force, no grip, no feel. Pete shouting order, Sam still checked out. It's a miracle, anything gets it out. Backfire is all it is. Broadcast to circus kids, second guess. Nobody got Star Wars in lanes. Nobody knows who's steering this craze.
Think we should go live now, Jay. What do you think? You know, welcome, folks, to the Backfire Simsport TV. This is a TCR Challenge Cup. Trying to find my online-y thing so that I can stop listening to myself. Where is that? That one, I think. Yeah, there we go. Let me turn my own voice off on YouTube. That's so much better. There we go. Welcome to BSTV TCR Challenge Cup Season 23, Round 11. Only 2 racing weeks to go, but plenty of racing action to go. We're at Brands Hatch for a super sprint week. I'm Princess Pete, apparently. I dressed for the occasion. You can't see that. And I'm joined in the booth by Jay Corley, legend and professional autograph signer. How are you? How the hell are you?
I've got a sore hand from all the hours of professional autograph signing. I tell you what, it's worse than a oh no, that's a joke for after hours. But no, I'm good, thank you, Pete. I hope you are good too, and all well.
Oh, I'm brilliant, as ever is the case. Just need to change something here. Just one sec. Is that how you spell that? No. That's how you spell that. Okay. Sorry, I haven't do last minute adjustments, folks, because things are happening at the moment. We'll tell you about that later. We've got 30 drivers in the session, which is brilliant. Why has that not changed? Right, let me reload the overlay a second. Oh, it's not changing, man. Never mind. Maybe it'll change later. Don't worry. No, I'm not going to crash it and start it again.
Are you okay, Pete?
I'm never
Is it
okay.
one of those days?
Oh, honestly, I've had 2 days of absolute trash at work, and a desperate dive into the evening. I also noticed that the apparently this is rounds 202, 23, and 24 because that's what I've written on the broadcast. I'll change that later. Don't worry about it. Samboos, are you really dressed for the occasion? I am naked. Oh yeah. I've never been more ready for any situation. Right, so super sprints, 3 20-minute races, 30% fuel. No need to pit stop on any of them unless you have to for damage. 15 incident points, otherwise you visit the sim bin and have to do a drive of shame. Does that about cover it, Jay? I think it does, doesn't it? Should we look at some drivers?
Yeah.
Let's look at some drivers. Practice, there we go, let's do that. And then let's go and look at the standings, actually. Standings are very interesting, super interesting, more interesting than an interesting thing on an interesting day. So pro.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, really, really interesting. Pete Newman still leads, but he doesn't lead by as much. Jaden Scotton had a marvellous time last week. He was resplendent. He's clawed that gap down. What's that? Less than 80 points, 76 points, which is uncomfortable. Like wearing a thong for Pete Newman. And Jamie Wilson he's dropped a position down in the standings, but he's not lost touch, and nor has Stephen Walker. So it's not over yet in the pros, Jay. I don't think. I think this one's still it's on simmer. It could easily get back to boil.
Yes, absolutely. I'm just quickly adding all this up in my head, and it's 36 points between Jaden and Pete. I don't know where you got 70 plus points from,
What?
unless you've got completely different standards
Oh,
to
no.
me.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't take my shoes and socks off. Sorry. We'll go with your numbers, shall we?
Sure thing. Yes, 36 points between Jaden and Pete. I think we now have a fight on our hands, Pete. If you're okay with that, I mean,
I'm fine. That sounds
nothing to
better
say
than
that
whatever
you're
I
rigging
said.
it.
Yeah.
Nothing to say that you're rigging it or manufacturing the championship.
It's
So
because I've not had enough alcohol. That's what it is. I need more alcohol. Who's that on the chat? Paul H. Is that really him? Saying, is that thong chafing, Pete? It must be around my number crunching bit of the brain. Okay. Right then.
where's
Sorry.
your brain located?
You know. You never worn underpants on your head?
No.
Have you never been that drunk that you've put underpants on your head? Right, this is a new conversation. So in the chat, has anybody, when they were drunk, ever put underpants of either men's or women's on their head when they were drunk? Because I know I have multiple occasions. Right, let's talk about pro-ams, because pro, we've already discussed that. I've lost the plot with that one. Tony Walker is on the top of pro-am, with Euro Larkin not that far behind, 60 points behind. Is that right? Can you just check my maths?
Yes,
Yeah, I
it
was
is right.
rubbish on the pros, so I'm just making sure I'm okay on the pro-ams. And then not many points behind, I'm not doing that math, is Tamas Ausboth. Now, Tamas has been silently keeping in that top group on regular occasions. I think he could sneak a victory at the end of the season. I really do think that.
Yeah, I think the biggest indication here is the total points. If you have a look at the total points, I know we're in the drop weeks. Have you seen that Tony Walker has significantly more points than everybody else?
Oh, massive.
One
Yeah.
disastrous race, and the security of those drop weeks goes down. We still have Barcelona to go, which that is going to be a hell of a finale there. So if Tony can have a nice strong race tonight, I think that is championship done and dusted. But like you say, Tamas and Eura, they will most certainly be looking to have different plans for the night.
Yeah, totally right. I think it's a bit too much of a Hail Mary for Carl or Dietmar to get up there now, but it's definitely open for the top three. And then this ridiculousness. It's been a bit ridiculous all year, but AM class is led by Stefan Klauke, 785 points. He's got a little bit of a lead, let's say. What is that? Is that 38 points? Yeah. 38 points over David Ayres. So the top two are very similar to the pro difference. Then there's not much back to left-handed scissor girl. Chris Dixon is only 4 points behind LHSG. I'm gonna have to do that now. And then Mika Santa Helena, only 4 points behind him, with 16 points separating him from Ollie Payne. Top six is ridiculous in this one. I mean, any one of these guys can win this now.
I think so. It's like you said with a few of the others in pro-ams, for the likes of Payne and Santa Helena, it might be a bit of a Hail Mary perhaps for Chris as well. But it's kind of exactly the same as what I said with Tony Walker. Like, Stefan just has to have a really horrible round here, which the nature of this round being the super sprint and its Brands Hatch, there's going to be plenty of 2 wides, 3 wides, elevation changes during blind crested corners. It's this could be a recipe for a really entertaining night of racing.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's getting around turn 1, to be honest. Paddock round here is a death trap on lap 1, and we've got 3 lap 1s. It's going to be great for us viewing. Right, next is team standings. Result Clothing nudged themselves out into a lead. They've only got like 28 points though over BSTV. Wobbly's in. Is Stephen in? Is Stephen in? Yeah, Stephen's in. And Tony's in. Right, okay, so they've got a challenge on their hands, the Result Boys. And then, look at that, the two-man Team Chimera team. They're out of touch now, but you've got to say, you know, round of applause to them and Cutting Corny for being so high up in this table of 3 driver teams. That's remarkable, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Be always a danger with only having 2 drivers. If one of them has a bad day, then that's half your team having a bad day. So the fact that both Team Chimera and Cutting Corny are doing so well there is absolutely fantastic to see.
Yeah, yeah. Right, driver of the meeting. This one changed a little last week. Jamie Wilson, Thomas Dandridge, Tony Walker and Jaden Scott all sharing the top spot at the moment with 2 points each, with 2 race weeks to go. And then Pete Newman, well, you can see there's a string of names with 1 point that goes off the screen. Everybody's had elements of brilliance this season, as far as I can remember. It's just trying to pick them out from the crowd in these last 2 race weeks, Jay. I think the challenge is on us.
Yeah, I mean, we have to come to a decision eventually, haven't we? So we'll see what happens with that one. But my plan of trying to get as many drivers with a driver of the day has obviously worked an absolute charm. I could not be any happier that there's a little bit of chaos in these stand-ins as well.
Yeah, absolutely. St Helens Safe Driver Award. We got, well, yeah. Enough said. I don't know what else to say. Jeff is owning that fully again. Bossed it fully.
But not by as much as he has on previous seasons, and it's shown the extra risks that Jeff's taken has put him in some really strong positions on some races. So it's pretty cool to see that Jeff can be consistently safe and get some speed in there at the same time. But some of the other names that we have up there, like Tony Walker, top of Pro-Ams, you've got Jamie Wilson, Pete Newman as well, and we know how quick they are in pros as well. So it's quite cool to see that even with how quick some of these drivers are, and it's scarily quick sometimes, that they can also keep it safe, which probably bodes them quite well in officials, unless you wobbly meatballs, in which case, you know, drive with care.
Absolutely. I mean, what you're saying is right, because if we go to Pro-Am now and you look where Jeff is in a point scoring status, he's there in 11th with 825. He's done a splendid performance this season. Stronger in his finishing positions than in previous seasons. Right, and then we need to go and look at some cars now, because apparently that's what people turned up for. Wobbly's in his brand new livery still, which he's very, very happy about. For me, it gives me a slight migraine, but what you said last time, it is a really good retro car.
I do really love it.
I do as well. I'm just trying to wind him up.
I think it's because I miss Ollie Payne's livery so much.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But he does race with it in officials, so that makes me a bit happier.
Oh, right, I might have to watch some of those. Sir Alan on the chat says, Jeff has had a great season, he really has. And you're no, I don't accept the cookies. I know the individual that wrote the code for the website. He may be stealing my identity. If I click that button, who knows what happens? Who knows? Anyway, where are we? So we've got a few drivers on track. We are in the dying embers of this practice session. How long have we got? Just 2 minutes. Yeah, I mean, Brands Hatch, real iconic track, real legend status in touring cars UK. It's a remarkable track, and I love this layout. I think if we were on the Indy circuit, it would be absolute carnage. because there's just no track, is there? It's not that wide, this one. The Indy version of this is ridiculously short lap. This one gives you some other things to do other than, well, pretty much turn right.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Brands Hatch Indy, stock car racing, Brands Hatch Grand Prix. You can race anything on it, and you raised a very good point. The track is extremely narrow, especially with a field as tight and congested as this one can get, especially as we go into the likes of turn number 1, 2, 3, 3 and 4. Turn number 3 and 4 can be ultra tight sometimes, and a lot of traffic as well. If these lot can keep nice and controlled in their battles with 2-3 wides, we can get some nice flowing racing, which was not just entertaining for us lot watching in the booth and you lot at home, but the drivers will really love it as well.
Yeah, very true, very true. Okay, we'll leave doing one of your epic track introductions until we get into qualifying, because there's like only 30 seconds left of this practice session. I don't think... Oh, Chesney's back racing with us. Was he racing last week? He was, wasn't he? Yeah, of course he was.
He was for a little bit, yes.
Yeah. Is there anybody returned to us after breaks? I don't think so. We've got a stalwart 30... Oh, yes, sorry. Is he there? Can you see him? Where is he? So you see the car in the middle of the screen there?
Yes.
You see? That we are now looking at Kylie, king of the spin, queen of the spin. Jason Haddington has returned to the fold, folks. We shall embrace him and baptise him later. He is back with us to race. Great to see him back here. He's got to get his feet back firmly on top of those pedals, and we expect him to be hopefully with us much more next season. So great to see Jason back, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And is he racing with Chris in the same team?
He is, which is good.
Yeah, that's great for Chris as well. It means he gets to... Oh, no, it's great, isn't it? Means Chris gets to participate in the team championship. Hopefully, we see them both back next season. It'd be nice to have another two-man team, or if they can find somebody else to join as a third, then I feel they could definitely have a really good battle with the likes of Hydro Race, Curtin Corney, etc., etc. So...
Yeah, Airsmart used to bring 2 teams, you know.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. There was a big team.
Yeah,
at one
I
time.
remember actually. Yeah, no, I did race whilst they were racing about places.
Right. Do you want to pick a victim? We won't do it this lap, but we could do it this lap, couldn't we? Because they will be on full beans. Who do you want?
Let's check on the track map. I'll see who is the furthest forward.
We're going to go on.
Oh,
we won't be able to see until they've crossed the line. That's the only issue. It's usually Renee. Oh, it is.
It is Renee. You know what? Renee has been super quick here in the officials this week. So
cool.
I'm happy if you chuck yourself into the cockpit, and we'll start in a corner and a half time.
Here you are in the pit of the cock.
Sorry?
Just a different way to say it. Over to you.
Okay. Cockle-doodle-doo, welcome to Brands Hatch Grand Prix. It's all about exit control, momentum, and convincing your tyres to cooperate. Trail braking is your best friend, throttle patience is your life coach, and understeer is always waiting for you to get cocky. Into turn 1 paddock hill bend, just past 100 board, keep left and brake. Ease off the brake as you drop down the hill. It feels wrong, but don't worry, it's normal. Go too soon, you're going to be collecting kitty litter into sandcastles. Up to turn 2 Druras, just before the bridge, get on the brakes, hug the tight hairpin, let the car settle and roll onto the throttle gently to the exit. Graham Hill Brend, get yourself out, ride a boomerang inside and use as much of the webbing on the exit to maximise your speed. I think that might be an off track there for Renee, but you're still carrying straight on into 30s. It's deceptively tricky. If you just get yourself up to the hill, fly far away down the longest straight on to the circuit. Plenty of draft-based bravery here, but turn 5 Hawthorne Bend, it's fast, dangerous, and not much curb to lean on. Brake around the 50 board, feather it through and trust your inputs. Overdrive it and you'll be testing the local scenery. Similar story onto a Westfield Bend. Light brakes and round the same point, clip a little inside curb, let the momentum carry you as wide as you can handle. You're going to be going up to Sheen Curve, one of the most dangerous corners on the circuit, especially if battling 2-3 wide. You're going to skip across to the right and gets onto the inside of one of the very few cambered corners onto the circuit. Going to be going onto the final corner of the track just before the service road. You want to just very slowly drift your car in, handle the elevation, and then sprint to the line. The elevation change will try and push you wide, it always does, but manage it correctly and you'll rocket onto the straight with a grin and a competitive lap time. And with that, that's Brands Hatch GP. Technical, flowing, and completely unforgiving if you rush it. Smooth inputs, smart exits, and just enough bravery to keep it interesting.
Very, very good. Well done, by the way. Wobbly got a toe off Renee, and therefore got the top spot, but not for very long because look who's on the top of the pile at the minute. Jaden Scotton.
And he was complaining about being probably 4th, 5th fastest today.
Whatever.
Oh, what?
Sandbagging.
The fans will get bored of a Scotland dominance.
I was getting bored by race 2 of last week. It was just common by then.
Up Scotland Hill.
Yeah, absolutely. He's gonna have several corners named after him eventually. Right, look at Fraser's time. Wow.
There's a lot of people right now who have set different fastest purple sectors.
Oh.
As it stands,
Oh, yeah.
Pete has the fastest first sector now, with Rene the fastest second sector. However, Jaden is still setting personal bests in sector 1 and sector number 3. So I think we're going to see a massive shuffle of the grid. We've still got Tony Walker up there as well in 5th place, with brother Stephen down in 7th. He'll want to try and get a little bit higher on that one too. Plenty who still haven't set a clean lap yet, but expect people to time themselves with the draft. It's hard to pass here, so you want to really time your drafts and when you get going to perfection, as Wobbly goes and sets a quicker time, 0.1 ahead of everybody else. Carl Hardy jumping up to 5th, and Simon Trendle skipping and jumping above everybody up into 3rd.
Yeah, which I'm finding impressive in an Audi, because there's some very, very heavy braking zones, and but there's not a straight where it can top out, is there? I suppose.
Apart from the back one, but if you get
back one maybe,
plenty of if you get plenty of slipstream there. I mean, Simon at the moment is about a 2.1 away from Michael Hall, which is just on the cusp of a slipstream. Not a strong one, but enough of one. Stephen Walker jumping up to 2nd place.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
yeah.
Chris Needham going up to 15th.
That's a BSTV lockout at the front at the minute. Simon Trendle here going through Druids. Oh no, not Druids, Pilgrims. It looks good, and has he gained time? He has, hasn't he?
Slightly. I'm just having a quick look at the timing tower now, and Pete Newman has set a purple first sector.
Oh, here we go.
Simon Trendle having the quickest final sector out of everybody, so we'll see if he can beat it this time around. Chris Dixon going up to 23rd place.
Who's that in the Hydra race car behind him? Because whoever that is it Dennis? No, it's
That's
not Dennis.
Eura.
Is it Eura? Right. They looked very, very racy just then.
You're setting so many personal bests right now.
Right, good.
As Renier goes up
Wow.
to 2nd place, breaking that BSTV. Cole Hardy up to 6th, and Eura jumps up
Oh,
to
yes, he
8th
does.
place, the second
Nice.
fastest Pro-Am at the moment. Stefan Klauka up to 19th before 4 people completely swapped their positions over in the midfield of that pack. Apart from Jamie Wilson down in 14th, and Stefan and Fraser in 19th and 20th. We nearly have a perfect split of all the classes right now. Chesney up to 23rd with Lister
that's
up
a
to
good time.
25th.
Well
Tony
done,
Walker
Chesney.
up to 7th.
Yeah, that's good.
Got a few jumping into the pits to change the front tyres.
Yeah, I was noticing that. They're only doing one racing lap properly, aren't they?
Yeah, the laps are only 1.5 minutes long, and as this is a triple header,
Yeah.
the session finishes straight away for qualifying, doesn't it?
Yeah, immediately.
Okay.
It's another heat race. So yeah, I'll just talk through that format for everybody. So we have 3 races. The first race, it will be decided by this qualifying session. The second race will be decided by the finishing order of the first race. And then the third race will be the reverse 10, I think. What did I set it as? I have no idea.
15.
15, is it?
15.
Is it sure?
15.
Okay, 15. We'll go with 15.
15.
Top 15 will
15.
reverse. I think I've short-circuited Jay Corley. You going to say it again? No. Yeah, reverse 15.
15.
I'm reliably informed. So that will form the starting grid for the third of tonight's races. So arguably the second of tonight's races has a greater level of importance on where you finished than the first. But the points are identical for all three races, so it really doesn't matter in those ways. Michael Hall's not set a time.
I've just seen Jack Brown jump up to 9th place.
What? Oh,
one of the
nice.
newer recruits to the league.
Yeah, it's a
and
nice
to sim racing in general.
Yeah, I like that. That stands out. Green and white. Nobody's doing green and white at the minute. Green, white, and black.
It's a good combo.
Yeah, it's nice.
I need to see Jamie Wilson's
Ooh,
time.
that's
He's
a lot
set a
of
couple of set a lot of personal bests in this lap and last lap, Jamie Wilson, but unable to get himself away from that 16th place. Where is Jamie on the track right now? Jamie is coming up to the third half.
Yeah.
As things stand with Jamie, as Tamas sets up fastest of the session, sector 4. Jamie Wilson getting a personal best in sector 2, but the rest of his times are kind of what is already on. So,
yeah.
But if you look, the top 17 are all separated by less than a second.
I know, that's ridiculous, isn't it?
Now, can you remember when we did Brands Hatch Indy and it was the top 30 separated by less than a second?
Yes, I remember that. It was
incredible.
Just as ridiculous.
Right, and Jamie only slower than his best lap by 0.05 of a second. So Jamie needs to find some pace and find it quick, 'cause he's only going to have about 3 laps left to do it.
Yeah, he's done a similar amount of laps to everybody else, so it's not like he's, you know, skipped legs day or something like that. You know, he's done the same. Oh, why do these boys keep going wide at? I can't remember the name of the corner now. My brain's just too addled to do that.
I tell you what, though, the more that these people keep going, the more that these people keep going off the exit there, they're bringing all that sand and grass onto the track. It's already a corner that has such little grip anyway.
Yeah, it feels off camber,
with a bit of shrapnel on there. Yeah, and with all the extra shrapnel on there on the exit of that corner, it could cause some distress, especially to those braking to a much slower speed at the bottom of that straight for a tight corner. I'm hoping to not see a wee bowling moment today, but I can't help but feel that somebody's race is going to be out of their hands.
Yeah, Ollie Payne has picked up the M-Class rulebook and thrown it fully in the face of Fraser and Stefan Klauke. He's said, no, that's definitely my class pole. Yeah.
Oh no, not today, no. I think we're going to get Jamie Wilson jump up a couple of places, though. There was several, literally a couple of places, up to 14th, which he still won't be happy with, I don't feel. But yeah, teammate Simon Trendle doing much better in the Audi at the moment in 5th place.
Yeah, strong performance from Simon Trendle. Wobbly still provisional pole man. Renee still on the front row next to him provisionally. So we'll have to see what else is going to go on. Cutting Coney fans should be tuning in.
Warming up his tyres. I feel Rene's going to push this one like a bad man.
Well, this will be his last proper opportunity, so yeah, he's going to have to do something with it. You type 15 in the YouTube chat. Oh dear, that's funny.
Pete Newman with the fastest 4th sector.
Oh,
looking to jump from 6th place. Hopefully he's got a massive toe from Michael Hall here as well.
He was off track. He's not going to record it. Oh, he is going to record it.
He is up to 3rd place.
Oh, it wasn't him that was off track, it was Michael Hall.
Probably Michael, yeah. Great lap from Pete, and he's probably going to go in for another one again.
There's lots of gravel on Druids, isn't there?
Yes, absolutely.
People dragging it in off the pit.
Everybody else's lap times. But yeah, Pete Newman with the fastest 4th sector out of anybody. Meanwhile, Wobbly, Pete and Stephen all setting personal bests in sector 2.
Yeah. Jeff Saunders last lap out. Oh, he's in the pits now. Jeff Saunders last lap out, he was doing personal best in every sector, but he's pitted it, and it looks like he's parked it, because even if he gets out now, he's not going to be able to put a lap in.
must have got an off track somewhere during that lap,
Maybe,
but
yeah.
that's a good indication of just how fast Jeff could be here.
Yep.
I feel if you're in that mid pack, a little bit is going to be luck, but a lot of it is your ability to drive on the outside line.
His
With the amount
sorry,
of 2 and 3. Oh, sorry, Pete. Go
no,
on.
his sector 2 was as fast as Jaden Scott.
Wow,
Not a joke. That really was. They've both got identical sector 2 times.
it's not bad, is it?
17.99.
And that's really good because that involves that tight hairpin at the top of the hill, and that actually goes all the way around to the infield of the track and halfway. Oh no, sorry, halfway through the infield of the track. So before the uphill.
Improve? No. Okay, so
Got Fraser, who's potentially going to be setting a quick lap at the moment. Fraser in 22nd, second in class. Just having a look at Fraser so far and getting some decent times in at the moment. Or could be some last minute practice and goes, just too
it's
wide
too much.
there. And if he was cooking with oil, he's accidentally dropped the frying pan.
absolutely, left-handed scissor girl knackers it.
Left-handed scissors. What a rip-off.
And so does Stefan, same thing for him, so that'll be a write-off lap. They don't have enough time left to do anything else. I'm looking at Chris Dixon now. He's not set the timing screens alight on this lap. He's not bettered his own times, is what I'm meaning. So I don't think he's going to improve on this one. Chris Needham just moved up, though. Third in class. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, he knows he's done enough. He's parked it. Job done. Oh, and
brilliant.
Session done. Right, okay, we're moving into the first of tonight's races, folks. There is no let-up. There is no gap between race 1 and 2 either, so don't think you can go for a quick wee or whatever, because you honestly you can't. Right, let's go and do this, and let's do a bit of this, and let's extend gridding, and then I'm going to do names only again like normal. Why is my stream so delayed? There we go. What? Oh, David has really. Wobbly will lead us away tonight for BSTV. Renee Earhart will go off on the front row next to him for Cutting Corny, and then we've got Pete Newman in third for. Just a minute. Oh, that's nearly out of view. No. No. Oh my good giddy hand. There we go. Got him out of view. Simon Trendle will go. Fifth will be Jaden Scott, and sixth will be Simon Trendle. And then they start at the front. Tony Walker will go off 7th, 8th will be Carl Hardy, 9th will be Michael Hall, Chris Needham will go off 10th, Jack Brown will go off 11th, Thomas Asboth off 12th. Need to move it forward, just ignore all the flashing lights, folks, they're all immature. 13th will be Euro Larkin and Daniel Lewis, 14th, 15th will be Jamie Wilson. Did I say last week that if you flash your lights it means that you can't satisfy your other half? I think that was right.
Well, I mean, we are racing BSTV, so I think that kind of speaks for itself.
Yeah, absolutely. 16th will be Thomas Dandridge. Stefan Goebel will go off 17th. Deck Crowther off 18th. 19th will be Demis Tigelaar. 20th will be Ollie Payne, Paul Hurley off 21st. 22nd, Fraser Kerry. Stefan Klauke off 23rd. 24th will be Jeff Saunders. Big grid. No time. 25th will be CVDB. Chesney Vandenbroek. 26th will be Mika Santa Helena, Chris Dixon off 27th, 28th will be David Ayres, Andy Littler off 29th, and Jason Haddington will be 30th in his first race back with us after a very, very long time. And we hope that his next race is next week, not next year, if that makes sense. Okay, let's go and pick a car, any car. We'll choose Jaden because he may get a good launch. Right, we're ready. When the lights come on and then go out, we're racing.
Yep, I must say, I feel Rene could have a bit of an advantage here because, like I say, he's been quick all week and the Honda, I feel, has a much better launch than the Hyundais in this grid. So keep a watch of that one, folks, as we are off for the first of 3 races, and that's Wobbly with a poor start straight away.
Renee's gone.
And that's 2 Hondas.
Oh, shunt.
Constantina on the first corner.
Camera, further away, please, thank you. If anything, that
Wow,
looked like it just helped Renee.
Well, I think Pete got a
Jamie,
bit
what's
of
going
a
on,
hit
Jamie?
up the rear by Stephen Walker as well, but we've already got our 2- and 3-way battles.
Oh,
I think
someone's like
that's Crowther.
absolutely mullered it in the back. It's Deck Crowther. I don't know whether he was helped off the track, but he won't be doing anything but pitting the car.
And this is a big danger zone on the track, especially during early laps. If someone ends up going a bit too slow through there, it could cause a bit of Constantina. And actually, I think that's the best lap one through that corner I've ever seen. And now onto another danger zone. From going extremely slow to almost roller coastering your way around here. If you put a foot wrong, you go into the grass, go too wide,
Don't
and
go
you've got to
too
put
wide
a
through that.
massive amount of control into there. This is just like the last corner, but a little bit tighter, but you can use so much more of the exit.
Yeah.
And tell you what, this is, if we end up getting clean through this corner here, then this track deserves an Oscar.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
the winner of best support track of the year goes to
Brands Hatch.
really pleased with how clean the majority of that lap was for most drivers. Did see Deck Crowther did get into a situation now. I don't know if you have anything on your side,
I've
Pete,
got
for that one.
I've got plenty on my side. Oh no, I don't have anything. Well, there I do. Right, I can look at it now very quickly. Renee is doing a great job at the front at the minute. Michael Hall's just overtaken Carl Hardy. Oh, that's not a good camera. We want the choppy chop camera.
And Deck, whoever
Didn't
went
see
on
it.
the inside of Odd Payne just there, just kind of made that into a 3 wide. But if you're at the front of a 3 wide, you're not going to get the call that you have gone 3 wide.
No.
So, is that Fraser or Paul on the inside there?
We'll say
So
it's
it was
left-handed
2
scissor line.
wide, and then
Go.
it was like a little nudge from one to the other, and very unlucky there.
Yeah, a bit of a pinball effect, that one, wasn't it, really? Oh, look at this. What's Jura and Tamas doing?
And
Going
these
too
two are
wide.
going to be trying to...
Oh!
Well,
Oh,
recovered there
how
from
did he
Tamas.
not
Gets the inside line there as well, so he can carry on with his race. Both those two fighting is going to be music to the ears of Tony if he realises what's going on behind him. Both these two are effectively chasing Tony Walker for the Pro-Am Championship and need Tony to have a bad race, which he certainly is not. Currently up in 7th, leading the Pro-Ams at the moment in a sandwich of Simon Trendle and Michael Hall. Meanwhile, Carl Hardy second in class, 9th with Chris Needham in 3rd. So Ura and Tamas really kind of need to get a move on here, put the differences behind them, and try and take advantage of all the pros trying to get past the Pro-Ams.
Yeah, Ollie Payne has been shuffled back a little bit. Current leader of AM, Chesney.
Nice.
Nice. Up 5
Payne,
places, 5.
Mr. Payne was involved in that incident with Deck Crowther, so I do wonder if there's perhaps a little bit of damage there.
Maybe.
Or after that hairpin, the exit wasn't optimal and a couple of people managed to get past afterwards.
Yeah. Ollie Payne's got a slowdown now as well, just for the insults.
That's a bit harsh to the Brands Hatch officials.
Isn't it just? Right, Stefan getting racy again now. He's been shuffled back a couple of places, got 1 back. He's now going to try and get back to his start position by overtaking Demis Digitalar. Not yet. He's got what's this one? Westfield, isn't it? Westfield, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always accidentally call it West Side Story. I don't know why. I've never seen West Side Story. So, what's wrong with me, Pete?
No, he's played that sensible though. Oh, there's a non-sensible.
That's not sensible.
No, I think that's Paul Hurley going extracurricular there. And that's Chesney.
And that's Chesney as well. Oh, but Chesney did have to slow down and take the complete wide line there, which has allowed Fraser Geraghty to get involved as well. And currently it's Chesney nearly getting tag teamed here.
Yeah.
Oh, a nice little bit of pushing just
boy,
there as well.
Yeah. Says a girl even. Says a girl. Left one says a girl. Renee is away to the races. He's gone. He's got over a second now. Is that still in slipstream territory for Pete Newman?
If we have the track map and the battle box, it's 1.2 at the moment, which is on the very verge.
You should get a good cameraman.
You're doing great, Pete. It's fine. For the
So
budget,
Alan-
it's fine.
yeah, for the budget. So Alan says T and Carl look good. I don't know how you can see that from where you're sat. Really can't.
Oh, look at the front of
What?
Pete's car.
Oh,
Front of Pete's car is even more battered than when you're trying to open a can of beans, but you have no can opener, so you have to use
on the back.
the side of a kitchen
Oh yeah, that's caved in.
worktop.
Someone's taking a sledgy to that.
It's like a B-Tech in panel beating.
Right then. Right, let's go and have a look at what Stephen and Co are doing, because this group now have really got together.
Yep, Jaden having to defend from two drivers who were in a completely different class to him last season. But doing pretty well at the moment. I feel Stephen Wall's doing a grand job here, but Wobbly, he'll want Wobbly to try and put a little bit more pressure on Jaden to give Jaden less concentration, but also just to let Stephen Walker focus on his own race and do his best to catch up on Pete. And tell you what, that was a good exit just there from
Wobbly well wide there.
Oh yeah,
like well
definitely
wide.
not from Wobbly.
No. I mean, Wobbly got mugged on the line. His launch was not great. 3 cars had passed him by the time he was going through turn 1. Now,
Yeah.
that usually doesn't phase him at
Jaden.
all.
Catching up to Stephen Walker just here. Does he dare put a nose on the inside here? Gotta be careful here, especially with these cars on this track, Pete, because if you get too close to the car in front, you can't actually see your braking zone sometimes.
Just for information, Chesney made it past Paul and left-handed Scissor Girl, and he's defended that position quite nicely, to be honest. They're still with him, but
Yeah, so far so good.
a bit of a push from Jaden onto Stephen's car there.
Yeah, which is going to mean that Wobbly's going to have a chance to have a second go here. I mean, oh, and that's
Ooh,
extremely
Stephen's
wide from
gone
Stephen.
very
What happened?
wide.
And that's wide from Jaden.
Oh.
Colliding with Wobbly.
Yeah. Stephen's
But
got
they're
it gathered up.
about to go 3 wide here, and Jaden's got nowhere to go. He's going to have to concede both those positions. And Simon Trendle's like, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Up into 3rd place. Wobbly and Jaden still going to be fighting through this corner unless Wobbly decides to make an audacious dive here. I thought I
Someone's
heard some-
just exited stage left. Oh, it was Tony Walker.
That's Tony
and
Walker.
Michael Hall. Wonder what's causing all this.
And then another little bit of a hit just there as well.
Yeah, a little aftermarket touch.
And that is a massive godsend for Leica Euro. Euro is now in front of Tony Walker.
Wobbly's
there.
gone. Wobbly's gone. I'll show you that in a second. He's crashed out. We'll have a look at it. Something happened
Watching
here.
Jamie Wilson here.
Yeah, I don't know what this is. Oh,
Everything happened in front. Probably Jamie having to.
yeah, I don't know why it came up with an incident for Jamie. Right, let's go back and find out what's happened to Wobbly. Now, Wobbly's gone to nowhere. Where's Wobbly?
It's a disconnect for Wobbly.
Is it?
Yep.
Ah,
Wobbly's disconnected.
so
Oh,
there
that's
was
very aggressive defended just there from Wobbly.
Oh.
And oh,
Yeah. Okay. So is that rage quit?
I don't really want to comment on it.
Fine.
With one of my drivers involved, I'll let the Brands Hatch stewards who decided to give a slowdown to Ollie Payne just because they felt like it.
Yeah.
I'll let them deal. We need to see what happened with Tony Walker though, because Tony Walker
Yeah, that's
ended
what I
up
was
going
trying to
off the
get to
track.
before.
Oh, and this getting really close and
It
dicey
is.
as
Oh,
well.
there we
And
go.
there it is.
Is that Michael?
Michael Hall.
Yeah. Getting turned at Druids.
And Daniel Lewis slowing down the car enough to keep it to the inside there and not cause an actual complete pit maneuver there. But behind them at the moment, it's nearly going 3 wide on one of the slowest corners on the entire circuit.
Yeah. That's this group behind with Jack Brown in the middle of it.
And you won't believe, Pete, how many times I've seen people have an accident on this straight piece of road here.
I know. It is weird. It's like they magnetise towards one another on that particular stretch of straight.
Yeah, but
Cars
this is
having all
the closest action on the whole circuit at the moment.
Actually,
this
I
is a
think
fight
this
for
is, but-
14th. Oh, wow, no, that's even closer than what it was when I last looked at it. Literally, one corner has made that even closer. Chesney going a little bit wide there. Does have Fraser Geraghty right behind. That is a fight for the top of AMS. Got Jeff Saunders in between that and the
Ollie
battle of Ollie
Payne.
Payne and Mika Santa Helena.
Yeah, I thought Ollie was going to have a go then at Jeff. He didn't. They just need to move forward because Chris Needham's now under pressure from Jamie.
Meanwhile, for 24th, David Ayres overtaking Chris Dixon.
So Tony Walker, we were discussing, needed a good race weekend to secure his Pro-Am. He's actually dropped down 3 places from the beginning of this. And Jamie Wilson and Ura are both ahead of him at the moment. Not by much, but they are ahead of him.
I'll tell you who else isn't having the time of their lives at the moment. We'll do it after this corner here, but also the leader in the championship of the AMS, Stefan Klauke, has had a terrible start to race 1, down 3 positions.
Ooh.
And when it comes to how many AMs are in front of him, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 AMs in front of him.
So what we're witnessing on the screen at the minute is 2 of the longest serving racers in this series. Chris Needham and Jamie absolutely going at it. It's like going back 7 years.
Yep, 7 years later, and they're still by the side of each other.
Yeah.
It's like a nearly marriage at this point.
Well, if they crash, then yeah, it will be.
And just like most relationships behind them, they've got a thing getting involved as well.
Yeah. He is drawing alongside Chris Needham at the minute. Oh, nearly. Chris decided he would rather defend than attack. Don't think he had the speed off the
But a
previous
great
corner.
exit just there from
Yeah.
from Ura.
What's happened to
Meanwhile,
Jack?
Demis and Jack.
Oh,
Jack's got a little bit
that's
wide.
extra. God dear.
This is what I was saying earlier about those outside lines. The more you can practice those outside lines and be confident driving on them, much better place you go be for the battles, because you're not just keeping it within the grey stuff, but you're also blocking the exits technically for your opponents trying to get through.
This is what
So this
happened
is
earlier.
Yep, great amount of speed just there for
Michael,
Ooh, and
yeah.
Tony. I personally feel the defend may have been a little bit late there, but
Could have been in the braking zone, which is not allowed, but we'll see.
that's only my opinion. I do not always share the opinion with stewards, and I have no experience of stewarding as well. So take what I say with a pinch of salt.
Wobbly's on the chat and just responded with whatever.
The moment as we go into nearly minute 14 of 20, René Earhart in the lead with Pete Newman second, Simon Trendle third, and Jaden Scott in fourth. Carl Hardy leading the Pro-Ams, rounding out the rest of that top 5 at the moment. Speaking of leading of the class, we've got Chesney Van Den Broek in 19th, defending from the man who's making a move on the left-hand side, going for the outside line here, Fraser Geraghty. Fraser fighting for the AMS championship at the moment, with Stefan Klauke all the way back in 26th at the moment. Any position that Fraser can get will be a massive bonus. Both competitors giving each other plenty of space as we go into turn 1. Fraser's going to have the advantage of the inside line, and Chesney, they both come together a little bit there. Fraser comes off better with that one and gains the place, 19th.
Can you just drop into the chat with Chesney and tell him to get a bloody move on, otherwise I've got to interview Left-Handed Scissor Girl again as a race winner?
No, I don't think I will.
Oh man! Right, so Stefan has gained a few positions now. He got shuffled back, muscled out at the very start of the race, but he's gained all that back now. He's been donated a position by Wobbly, obviously. I'm sure David Ayres just did David Ayres just overtake Stefan?
They have been fighting for Oh no, it's Stefan and Chris Dixon who've been fighting for the majority
Right.
of this race.
Oh, it was Stefan overtaking Chris Dixon, actually. Sorry. Yeah. It's a good battle going on then. And it looks like it's
Yeah,
been going on a while.
and I tell you what, all the AMs in front are hoping that Chris Dixon and perhaps Mr. Littler as well can take the fight to Stefan a bit more, maybe relegate him down another position or two.
And will make a dramatic difference in that particular category.
Oh yes, 100%, especially if there's 2 more races and Mr. Glauca has to start that far out as well. Wobbly waiting for the crowd to get by, waiting for a perfect opportunity to dive out of those pits. But the speeds that some of these, I'm glad that there's not a mandatory pit stop in this round, because it is a horrible pit lane to get out of. Even being there,
Yeah, he's still...
ooh, gets close sometimes, but
there's no bit where you're not in the way. So he's,
yeah, but
he's
you
been
can't
very
help it.
patient.
You can't go anywhere else.
No.
You've kind of got no choice.
Carl Hardy getting the hurry up from Stephen Walker. Stephen Walker won't be very happy because he got lifted out into the weeds at the final turn. I always want to say that it's Clearways, but it's not, is it? That's a different track. It's Clark, is it? I can't remember what the last turn.
I'm not very good with corner names, to be
Clearways
honest, Pete.
is it Alton? Right. These two still going at it. Michael Hall with Tamas and Tony Walker. Again, the similar thing. Tamas wants to be past Tony Walker. He wants those points to try and claw it back a bit, but very much so does Ura. In order to bring that gap down to Tony Walker.
Yep, absolutely. And Tony trying to decide which line he wants to take going down that main straight. I tell you, that's a great corner there from Tamas. I don't think it's going to be enough for a last-minute dive. But I tell you what, behind Tamas is Michael Hall sticking a nose in, and they're going to end up going side by side. Tamas goes into the grass, and Michael Hall gets the move done. Meanwhile, to 5th place goes Stephen Walker, getting that pass done on Carl Hardy. Carl showing his flash of appreciation, I bet.
Yeah, I don't think that's it. Clearways is on this track. It's the straight that leads up to that last turn. I just checked the map. Clairvaux is what I was thinking of. Oh, never mind. Right. Pete Newman has got pressure now from Simon in the dying embers of this race. There's only 2 minutes to go. I think they will get one more after this.
Great corner from Simon.
Brilliant. René Earhart has absolutely owned this race.
Yep, Team Curtin Corner are going to be celebrating in the streets, building a statue, then realising there's 2 more races to go. But I'll tell you what, I'm
Win's a win.
captivated by this at the moment, because I feel Simon's
that's a
waving
white
his
flag.
white flag.
Yeah, René knows he's on camera.
Ooh. And Simon's going to have a fan. Oh, he
Ooh,
skips across the
ooh,
bump.
that's gonna be good.
Pete
that's-
Gergo is going to take that inside just there. He's got no
Solid
choice. He has
defence.
to go there. And this is allowing Jaden to get a little bit closer. Jaden is still a whole second behind at the moment, but any corners that these two end up going too wide, and look at that. I mean, I really hope Simon's not having the sniff of his life right now, because that's going to be a lot going on there. He can nearly smell colours.
Yeah.
Here it is, the long straight, and tell you what, Pete is not getting away on
at
the
this.
shot
Look
if
at this.
Simon does not go side by side here. The Audi power
Look
now
at the
showing its
speed.
strengths. This is insane. And Pete's going to have that inside. Simon's going to
Cut
try the
back.
up and under. He's going to get it done.
Oh, he's gonna
Ooh,
do this.
that's so close.
Is he?
He is.
Is he going to lift
And
him
they're
out of the
both on
corner or not?
inside, and Jaden's going to be hoping for any chance
Here
here.
comes Jaden.
Oh, and Simon's having to get back in just there, but he's still pushing.
Ooh.
Ooh. And Jaden's going to have that outside just there.
This is brilliant. Sorry, René, but everything's happening behind you, mate.
And Jaden's just looking for one extra position
Now
here.
Jamie's
Simon's
gone
now
defensive.
Yep. From attack to defence. But Rene is going to end up getting
Whoop, whoop.
the win here. It's going to be a sprint to the end. Sprint to the end for third. And it's side by side.
Oh,
And Simon
Jamie's
just
got it
gets
just. Yeah.
Simon gets
sorry,
third
Simon.
place.
Oh, dear, I was getting all carried away there.
You just all crunked up on that Jamie juice, aren't you?
Oh,
That Jamie Aldi
absolutely.
juice.
Yeah. Can't get enough. Lots of close racing over the
Carl
line.
Hardy getting the win just there in the
That's a good
AMs,
shot.
and Fraser Geraghty with winning AMs. I
Ugh.
may have said Carl
I
Hardy
mean,
AMs there,
brilliant,
but I
yeah.
meant Pro AMs.
Right then, don't forget, folks, we get no time between these races. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to read
I'm
out.
just going to let them know this as well.
Yeah. So Jason Haddington there crosses the line to round out that one. So what's going to happen now is I am going to read out to you the starting grid, which is also the finishing order. So in the next race, which is now gridding, I'm just going to start extending the grid. Time, Renee Earhart will lead us away because he won the last race. Pete Newman will go off second. Simon Trendle off third. Jaden Scotton off fourth. Fifth will be Stephen Walker. Sixth will be Carl Hardy. Jamie Wilson off seventh. Eighth will be Chris Needham. Ninth will be Ura Larkinen. Tony will go off 10th. Michael Hall off 11th. 12th will be Thomas Asboth. 13th will be Daniel Lewis. Demis Tigchalar off 14th. 15th will be Stefan Goebel. Thomas Dandridge will go off in 16th. Jack Brown off in 17th. Fraser Geraghty 18th. Paul Hurley 19th. 20th will be Chesney Vandenbroek. Jeff Saunders will finish. Will go off 21st, and he finished 21st. 22nd, nice. Mika Santa Helena. Ollie Payne off 23rd. 24th will be David Ayres. Stefan Klauke 25th. 26th will be Chris Dixon. Andy Littler will go off 27th. Excuse me. Jason Haddington will be 28th. Wobbly will go off 29th. And Deck Crowther will go off last and 30th this time after that incident in the last race. Okay. Let me go and find a car for us to look at. Hopefully there's no flashing of lights. Oh, of course, David Ayres is flashing his lights. Quelle Prix. All the French comes out, doesn't it? Right.
Oui, oui.
I do need one, actually, yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Just waiting on...
Simon Trendle will probably be the one to watch on this start here in that Audi.
Yeah.
You know how good the Audi starts are here, and you'll need every single advantage that you can get.
Yeah, Team Chimera, though, sometimes don't get the best of launches. Everybody's very focused. The only people flashing their lights at the moment is David Ayres and is that Mika? I think it's Mika. Anyway, lights are coming on. Focus, boys. We're going racing.
And everybody's gridded from the first race as well.
Oh, that's good.
So a full grid of 30 for race 2 at Brands Hatch.
That's closed up quickly.
Great start from Pete Newman just there. And the top three, the trio, making their way through. Jane Scotland looking for a cheeky pass here on Simon Trendle on the inside with Stephen Walker just behind. And look at that, a cluster of pros down there. As I think we've got Tamas with a jump start, so we'll be serving a penalty in the next 2 laps.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right.
Horrendous.
Well spotted, I didn't even look at the timing tower. Wobbly knee. Wobbly's up like
Wobbly up 4.
4, sorry.
Yep, Wobbly already up 4, so and I suspect by the end of that lap that could rise to 6 or 7.
Look at Fraser.
6, 7.
What's left-handed scissor girl been drinking?
PVA glue.
Oh, okay, yeah. Not done that for a few years.
From
but
the
okay.
arts and craft table with a bit of glitter on the side. But Fraser up into 15th at the moment, which is first place on the reverse grid. And Rene and Pete literally side by side. Jaden's going to join them as well.
Yeah, there's movement in the
How
field.
tough is your metal here? And I feel Pete's going to go out wide. And Jaden's got to tuck in on the inside. Pete on the outside here.
Jaden's given the lead to Rene there, but given himself second place.
Just there.
Yeah, it was
I
lovely.
think we're going to see a last minute move from Jaden here as well. But behind is everyone's still fighting for every single position they can get. Great driving from Jaden, and everyone else for keeping it nice and clean through there as well. Could have very easily have been a potential for a yellow flag and safety
Tamas,
card.
what have you done? Oh
Jump
yeah,
start.
he's doing a jump start penalty. Right, okay. Whoa!
And that's Trendle going off wide.
It really
And I think
is.
he's going back into the track. Oh no, safely rejoins.
Yeah.
Oh, that could have been a lot worse than that, but everyone else around breathes deeply, carries on with the race. Jamie
Yeah.
Wilson up to 4th place at the moment, up 3 positions, fighting with Stephen Walker on the side, a bit of argy-bargy.
Yeah, a bit of touching there as Wobbly makes his way into 21st place, up 8 places now.
Yep,
Chris Needham
Wobbly
again.
is apologising to someone on the radio, so I don't know if something's happened back there.
I think
but
it was
looks
just a
like
rub with
everyone
Ollie
seems to be
Payne.
going all right.
Yeah, it was just a rub with Ollie Payne, I think.
Yep.
Oh, Ollie Payne seems to be dropping position. Oh, it's just wide on a corner. Not associated with it, I don't think.
Yeah. I tell you what, still fighting here.
Oh,
And tell you what, Jaden
don't
getting
like it
even
when they
closer.
weave like that.
I love it.
Do you? It scares the hell out of me.
Are you not entertained?
Whoa, that was a lot of
I have a
curb.
feeling, yep, your
And he's got
Lachlan
slow
has
down.
a slowdown.
Yeah, in the middle of the pack. In the middle.
So much curb there. Euro, if I was him right now, I'd actually be trying to go wide on this next corner rather than slowing down on the inside. That's going to cause a bit of a problem for everybody on the racing line if he still hasn't served it.
Yeah, here
which
comes
he
Chris
hasn't.
Needham on him. He's got
And
rid of
there
it
we go, it's
now.
gone now. Meanwhile, Stephen Walker in front of Jamie Wilson as we approach into the first corner, but there's still so much battling going on behind. People trying to get back the positions they had as early as qualifying. That was a very heavy amount of curb there from Michael Hall, but manages to
What's going on
keep
now?
out of the
Three wide.
and 3 wide into here. Does not always go as we saw in race number 1, but these lot have somehow managed to sort themselves out and make it work. Great driving.
Oh,
Oh, very wide there from
good
those two.
grief.
And that's allowed Tony Walker a pretty much a extended freebie.
Yeah, it
And
is.
with everybody else rejoining the track behind them, we're going to be battling in twos so that the likes of Tony Walker and Chris Needham can get away on their Todds. No offence to anyone here called Todd. Or Billy, because of Billy No Mates.
Yeah.
Anyone else I can offend today?
Well, we started early. Right, what's going on? This is a massive, massive draft train, this now.
Ooh,
Oh, dear,
and
Stefan.
a-
Oh, no, 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 no!
And that's gone
Damn it.
straight into the track.
No!
And
Oh,
there goes a Blade Designs car as well.
yeah, I think that was Deck Crowther.
It
He
was.
can't buy himself a clean race.
Oh no, I feel so much for Deck on that one. Oh my god.
That'll be spotters shouting, go right, and then the car moves across the track. You used to get that a lot in iRacing.
Man, Ollie Payne dropping down a couple more places after that one. Jaden Scotton 0.15 away from the race leader at the moment. Currently on board with Ollie Payne. Taking
I'm
that
trying
inside.
to see if his steering is straight.
That's again.
I don't
off
think
the
it is.
circuit.
I think his car's knackered. But it looks okay.
If I've learned anything during my life, Pete, and that's looks at everything.
Well, yeah. Tell me about it. Right, here we go.
Oh,
if
Jaden's
it's in
probably looking
nice
for nothing under
packaging,
here.
if it's in nice packaging, it's probably not for me.
Well then. 8.2 at the moment. If he hasn't got Jaden to worry about, he's also got Pete Newman even.
Yeah, Jamie Wilson getting
Ooh,
hardied
getting
off
jiggy
the
with
corner. Yeah.
Hardied off the corner. Wow. It's a heavy hit. I'm sorry, Carl.
Coming at you like a
Jesus
freight
Christ.
train. Pie delivery service coming through.
Oh, might well go over to the lead at the moment.
Oh,
As it's going
Nearly
nearly
three
too wide
car.
in. Rene taking the inside line there. It's going to allow Jaden a massive amount of boost here. Pete has even more. And Jaden's sort of forced into a defensive manoeuvre here, having to keep that front line there. It's going to allow Pete a lot more speed. If Pete wants to do a move here, he's going to help his championship hopes if it means just slowing down Jaden a bit so he can't rely so much on Rene's draft in front.
Yeah, I'm just going to have a look and see what's going on with Ollie Payne and co. because they're still...
Oh,
that
like a little
front
bit of
fender's
netcode there.
hanging off on Ollie Payne's car now, and David Ayres gets spun round a little. Thomas Dandridge down the inside of Demis Tigchelaar for a position. And Rene still holding strong at the front. This could be a 2 wins for Mr. Earhart.
We've got a long way to go though, Pete. We're only 7 minutes into this second 20-minute race, and I tell you what, I think Rene's took quite a bit of curb there, but it doesn't seem to have, yeah, it doesn't seem to have affected him too much there.
No. Wobbly has made his way past Jack Brown now. Where is he anyway?
Up
There
13
he is.
positions into
Oh,
16th,
yeah.
so Wobbly could potentially, not to put nightmares into your head
Yeah.
right now, Pete, but ooh, hang
You
on,
were
what's happened
thinking-
here? And Jaden very late on the defensive move
was,
there, I feel,
yeah.
and he's got to decide whether he's going to stitch that inside now or go out wide. Can't be defending that late too soon, too late even, as he's known being on the other end of that.
Jamie there, really hassling Michael Hall. Ends up on the outside. That might just open the door for Tony Walker to slip through.
Potentially
though.
does have Jamie just have Simon Trendle right behind him though, so he'll have to watch where he's going. We could be getting the Tetris square piece here.
Yeah, definitely. Doesn't always fit in the space, does it?
Nope, and with Tony having to go wide there, that's allowed Simon Trendle a massive amount of space there. Depending on how everyone sets in front of him though, Tony could have the added advantage of a slipstream here. Jamie trying his best to try and get across and give Simon something, rather than nothing. In the end, Tony Walker decides to just let the throttle go slightly and let the faster cars battle ahead.
Yeah, Stefan Klauke not able to get a quiet race at all. Andy Littler giving him a real race here. And David Ayres recovering behind. Ooh!
God, that was so close to how they're
How did they not
keeping-
touch?
I don't know, but they're all doing a fantastic job at the moment. Stefan though with a fantastic outside line, which was enough.
Oh, and there goes Andy Littler into the barriers. Helped.
David Ayres as well out.
Oh, that's expensive, isn't it?
And I feel that was the elevation of the corner, just dragging all those cars out wide, in some cases too wide. And I mean, Stefan Klauke will be breathing sighs of relief that he can now concentrate on his own race.
Yeah, it
But
must feel like Moses after that. That was crazy.
yeah, I too remember the great Red Sea moment of Brands Hatch.
Yeah.
Wobbly's fighting now for that 15th place, and look who's tagged into with the back of him. It's Jack Brown, who's probably looking at a chance to get a really strong third race if he could take advantage of any more freebies, or perhaps follow the lines of Wobbly, and whoever Wobbly passes, Jack can tag along for that one and perhaps get that pass in as well.
Yeah, this is the closest train battle on track. These 5 cars together here. You're right though.
So it's in front of these two in front of Jack right now, who are really going at it. I think that is
Demis.
Dandridge and Tigchelaar.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and Wobbly going for a move
He's
in
having a
here,
look.
but backing out.
Even he's not suicidal enough to do that. Thomas Dandridge.
Slow down.
Yep.
Oh, right at the front of this train. That's not great.
Good view this actually. The camera's provided by Jamie Wilson, which is brilliant.
Oh yeah, during my broadcast this week, I didn't even realise I had half of these cameras. It was like, I swear this camera isn't supposed to do this.
Yeah. Oh, what's
And
happened to Jamie?
Dandridge still hasn't served that slowdown, by the way.
Oh. How long
And
has he
that's
got?
going to not very long
right
at all.
about
He's
now.
going to have to go to a near
Yeah.
stop, and he still hasn't served it. Still hasn't served it.
He's gone
and
now.
it finally does, but
No, there's
it
Wobbly.
didn't look like he was holding anybody up. So I don't know how the others will feel about that. I've not seen anything. And Thomas Andrews has been tagged just there by Dennis,
Oh, no.
and there is spun.
Everybody survived it. No, they didn't. There's a car in the distance. Who was that? Oh, it's Demis.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to have to be careful here.
I don't know if Wobbly had anywhere he could go there, to be honest.
Doesn't look like it from me. Oh, now we're fighting at the very front. 4 cars. 4 cars. 2 wasn't enough. So they invited 2 extras.
And these are 4 of the finalists that we have at the moment. So this could, with 8 minutes left to go, Rene is going to be sweating bullets.
I feel like I've done a 40-minute race.
See how this corner goes. Do we have any incident at all for Demis on maybe a chopper view or something? See exactly what happened there.
Yeah, let's have a look.
With
I
the
don't look
corner
away
they
from
were going
these, but
into.
okay. Where's Chopper? Oh, we're on Chopper, right. Oh, that's the
that was
aftermath.
after the fact, yeah.
This one? There's so many. There are honestly loads. This, no, not that one. This one? No, this will be it. So, round the outside, there's a tag there.
Demis on the inside.
Yes. What do you call that?
Yep.
Just chaos, really, I think. I don't think anybody's to blame.
Looked like Demis did sort of go over to the right-hand side. Dandridge
Yeah.
was still technically, well, he was off the track, but could have re-entered at any point. And Wobbly kind of, if Wobbly had gone any more right, there was always that risk that then he'd be blocking off Dandridge's entry into the track and him getting spun.
Yeah.
And it did kind of look like from that first glance that Demis was the one who drifted a little bit to the wide, not realising the predicament that Wobbly would have been in on his right-hand side as well.
Yeah, Wobbly is now in 15th place.
Oh, might want to get to the leaders. Yes,
Stephen
it looks
having a
like,
look.
ooh, yep. Both Stephen and Pete look like Pete was about to have a go at Jaden as well, but this is the battle that's could potentially define a championship. They all seem to spread out around this point, and then after a couple of corners, they're all bunched up together again.
Yeah, I think it's just the different strengths of the different cars. You know, we got
2 Hondas and 2 Velos.
Yeah, exactly that.
And next season, there could be even another car to the mix as well. We
Yeah,
still
yeah.
haven't had the announcement of what that is. I'm going to very quickly hassle iRacing some more and see if we get a dev post.
Well, they've only got 2 weeks, so I've heard this in V8s
Oh,
before. And
new tweet from iRacing, and it's them retweeting iRacing Arcade, which does look fun,
yeah.
but it's not
Yeah.
exactly what I'm looking for
Not
right
so
now.
much. This is a bit crazy in this little area around Team Chimera. You guys-
Oh, and here we
Oh,
go.
dear
They're about
me.
to go too wide down the hatch. Now, what's Chimera going to do here? Are they going to help each other, or are they going to try and force the two in front into some sort of mistake? We're
Not
keeping
a
a
lot they
watch on
can
Pete
do.
Newman.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might just have to watch and hope for a mistake happening,
Oh,
or
that's
do
wide.
some pushing of their own.
Right, this is their opportunity now, is to get around the outside here.
And
on them.
Carl's not going to let
No.
them.
So
Ooh,
we're going
that's
to wait
very
now.
deep.
Going to wait now for after this left-hander, get a real good slingshot out of that cambered corner, which the Audi is generally quite good at, and try and get on the right-hand side of the car in front, but he's not got enough speed now.
Oh, tell you what though,
That could be
Mr.
good now.
Trendle, that
There
is
he
going to be
goes.
the one.
Yeah.
And
Oh, well,
Jamie's now going to be trying to do everything he can to follow the route.
Right, Simon's
Simon
kind of
getting-
got that done, has he? Carl's going to come
Carl
back
going for the
now.
up and under.
But in doing that, he's going to leave a door open for Jamie round the outside, or a big heavy
And
cutback.
they're getting really close there. And see what Jamie's doing it though. He's
Yeah,
followed
he's doing
Simon's path. He's going to have the inside of the next corner, and Carl
It's
getting
not done yet.
double teamed just there.
It's not done yet.
And now we've got Tony Walker getting involved on the action as well. But if he wants to keep those championship hopes a little bit safer, he'll just want to try and. If I was Tony right now, I would be actually pushing championship rival Carl a little bit, and that's exactly what he's doing. Force him into a predicament with the
Yeah.
pro driver in front, who just wants to try and gain as many positions as possible. And tell you what, he shut the door
Oh
on the
no!
Audi.
Oh my word!
That's going to allow Tony an opportunity. No, Tony decides to
Well, Chris
go to the
Needham's here
outside.
now.
Yeah, that's a freebie for Chris just there. And
Yeah,
behind
that doesn't
Chris
help
is
Tony's
Jura
championship.
No,
Is that-
especially with Jura right behind.
Yeah, exactly.
And Jura's going to have a much better exit out of this corner here as well.
No movement at the front, folks. You can see that for yourselves. This is where all the ridiculousness, I mean, the competitive racing is. Look at
Someone's
that.
just gone in the in-game chat. We're racing.
Classic. And will always be a classic. Where is he anyway? Where is Donk?
Wobbly getting past Fraser.
Backwards? Yeah.
Yep,
Oh yeah.
it's Wobbly getting past. Wobbly now up into 13th place. Thomas Dandridge at the moment in 15th. Has Jack Brown within a whisker behind as well. And
Yeah.
out of these 4 cars, one of them is not getting involved in the reverse grid.
Oh yeah, that's very true. Jack Brown holding the least coveted position right now.
Oh, and he's going for a dive in
Sorry.
there on Dandridge.
Oh yep. Oh,
Little bit of door banging there.
think he
Dandridge is
might have
going to
done
have a
that.
faster outside, and he's going to have a bit of slipstream here. So Jack's going to have to show us just how good he is at driving round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. And tell you what, he's got a nose in here, but as long as he keeps out of the grass, he should be good.
Yeah,
Great pass.
very good.
Fantastic move.
Gotta switch to the front.
Oh yeah, Pete Newman has a lot of overspeed here on Jaden, to the point Jaden's defending that inside line.
Yep.
Pete's not going to get that door through.
Wow.
And Jaden just aggressively...
White flag.
Oh wow, last lap already, aggressively defending that inside. Oh, Stephen Walken, I thought he was about to drive straight off the track there. Jaden now has to be absolutely pitch perfect. So call him Anna Kendrick, because he's going to be hitting all the right notes
Yeah.
on this
That's
final
funny.
lap.
Oh,
Until
Stephen.
Stephen Walker. And if Stephen can somehow steal a place past Pete Newman here.
Be great for Stephen's championship.
Yep,
Oh.
and always great racing here between 2 long time.
There we
drivers.
go.
And Stephen Walker on the inside,
Look at
and
that.
there is contact.
Is he gonna
Pete has
wait?
been pushed out of the way.
Whoops.
And doesn't look like it,
No,
but
I mean,
until we
it's a-
see what the pass looks like afterwards.
Yeah, it's a 50-50 that one, I think.
Well, behind the moment, Simon Trendle battling with Michael Hall.
He was in front for a nanosecond, and I think he's got the better line, and I think Simon's
He has
round him.
Great exit.
Wow. Amazing. Where is Renee? Renee's going to be under pressure right at the line.
Yep, Jaden. Oh no, he got a much better exit on that corner than Jaden did. Half a second in front. It would take a gargantuan mistake here to allow Jaden through on that one.
Oh, he's
but
done a good
Renee
job there,
wins
Renee.
race 2 as well. And looks like Stevens kept the place as well for 3rd. So maybe Stephen feels that. I'm sorry, I'm listening to team radios at the moment.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
they are talking to each other on there, but
Where's Fraser
Yeah.
Garrity coming home? Left-handed scissor girl comes home. Top of the pile for AM class. That means he's won 2 races in his class. I'm not going to hear the end of this now.
well, he was
Oh,
sitting
look
third
at that.
in
Oh,
AMS,
my
and that
word.
was close.
I think Mika managed to get that just by point.
0 point-
Yeah, what
yeah.
the hell?
0.06, and Tamas is going to be a little bit disappointed with the finish on that one. Meanwhile, Chesney and Mika are going to be absolutely elated with a 2nd and 3rd in race 2. Unfortunately for the AMS, though, one of the AMS is in the reverse grid.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
Well, we do get a warm-up here.
We do get a
For 5
warm-up, yeah,
minutes,
which
so-
is great because it gives me a chance to go through the grid and potentially go for a bit of a wee-wee. But we'll see. Right, where's master screen? There it is. Right, so, again, Renee, top of the pile. He must love Brands Hatch for cutting corny TCR team. Jaden Scotton finished 2nd for JC Academy Gold. Stephen Walker was 3rd for BSTV Esports. Pete Newman was 4th for Result Clothing. Simon Trendle 5th for Team Chimera. Michael Hall was 6th for Result X Pure Sims. The first Pro-Am car over the line was Carl Hardy. Well done for Result Clothing. Jamie Wilson 8th tonight for Team Chimera. 9th and 2nd in class was Chris Needham for Air Smart Racing. 10th and 3rd in class for Pro-Am was Tony Walker for BSTV. Euro Larkinham was 11th overall for Hydro Race Racing Forces. 12th was Daniel Lewis for Blade Designs. Wobbly fought his way back through I don't know how many positions to get to 13th for BSTV. Fraser Garrity 14th for Insignia Motorsport. Jack Brown was 15th. Oh, sorry, and left-handed Scissor Girl was top of the class for AM. Jack Brown was 15th for Next Gen. Thomas Dandridge 16th for Verve Racing. Paul Hurley was 17th for Insignia Motorsport with Jeff Saunders in 18th for JC Academy Silver. 19th was Chesney Vanderbroek, also 2nd in class for JC Academy Gold. Mika Santa Helena 3rd in class, right at the death of the race there, just in 20th for JC Academy Silver. Thomas Asboth 21st for Spin and Toe Motorsport with Chris Dixon 22nd for Work Guard by Result. Ollie Payne was 23rd for Safeguard by Result. Stefan Klauke 24th. He would hope for better, I think, given his stand in the championship at the minute. Jason Haddington 25th for Air Smart Racing, great result for him. Demis Tichelaar 26th for Hydro Racing Forces. Andy Little was 27th for Work Guard by Result, with David Ayres in 28th for Safeguard by Result. Then Stefan Goebel, we saw what happened to him for VTS Esports, was 29th, and Deck Crowther for Blade Designs was 30th.
Good stuff.
Don't think there's anyone out on track, so I'm going to take this opportunity to go for a little pee-pee. Won't be a sec.
You enjoy. But with the grids getting ready for race number 3, already 2 very explosive, great fun rounds for us to watch. Some of the drivers might have got a little bit claustrophobic in places, but those in the chat right now, if you haven't already, put a thumbs up onto the stream, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and with the announcement of a new TCR hopefully coming next season as well, what better place to be driving it than right here in BSTV, with a load of new people coming into the classes and the series of touring car racing. You'll want to get your place in this league as soon as possible, because I feel we could have a complete sellout, as with many of the other league sets iRacing has on offer. The TCRs, our good friends at ATC and SRL as well, will probably be going through very similar things as well. At round number 3, our feature race for tonight, a top 15 reverse grid with all 3 classes put in, which means that it is all to play for. We're going to see the fastest start in at 15th, 14th downwards, and those towards the top, well, they've got to defend their positions as best as they can. I feel wobbly after a bit of a rough first race, recovered fantastically on race number 2, finds himself in the position that if he can get a decent start up the hill at Brands Hatch, could potentially get himself the feature win. But with those all around him looking for pretty much the same thing, plus those rushing in from 15th onwards, anything can happen. No mandatory pit stops, but mandatory speed. What's the next TCR car? Oh, it's gone.
Have you noticed there's no moisturiser in the BSTV toilets?
Not anymore.
Ah.
Jarrett asking, what's the next TCR car iRacing's adding?
We don't know.
They haven't. Nope, they haven't announced it at all yet. I feel we're odds-on favourite for the Cupra, but I think the second favourites, if we were betting people in here, would possibly be the Peugeot or the Lincoln Co. Though I would love it if we got the Alfa Romeo Giulietta in.
Yeah,
My
it's a
God,
nice
that
car.
thing looks
Nice car.
incredible at the front.
Yeah, it really does. Right, let's have a look at this. That camera's got to be far enough away so we can't get distracted by the flashing of the lights. So, here we go, folks. Jack Brown will lead us away in this one. Fraser Geraghty will be on the front row next to him, left-handed scissor girl herself. Wobbly will go off on the second row next to Daniel Lewis. Euro Larkinen off 5th. 6th will be Tony Walker. 7th will be Chris Needham. 8th will be Jamie Wilson. Can't remember if I extended grid in. I'll do it again. Or for the first time. Carl Hardy will go off 9th. Michael Hall off 10th. Simon Trundle off 11th. 12th will be Pete Newman. Excuse me, hiccups. 13th will be Stephen Walker. Jaden Scotton will be 14th. Double race winner so far this evening. Renee will go off 15th. Thomas Dandridge off 16th. 17th will be Paul Hurley. 18th will be Jeff Saunders. Chesney Vandenbroek will go off 19th. 20th will be Mika Santa Helena. Thomas Asboth will go off 21st. 22nd will be Chris Dixon. Ollie Payne will go off 23rd. Stephen Clarker off 24th. 25th will be Jason Haddington. 26th will be Demis Tigjalar. Andy Little will be 27th. David Ayres will be 28th. Stefan will go off 29th on a bit of a recovery drive, as will be Deck Crowther in 30th. Deck Crowther, unluckiest man on the track tonight, I think, Jay. He's just been the victim of other people's issues, I think.
Yeah, I would love to be in the chat with Deck and everyone else in his team right now, because either he's raging or he's just like, might as well just get on with it.
Yeah. Let's see what this race can deliver for us. Right. Who are we going to focus on? I feel like we should focus on left-handed scissor girl.
Well, I was going to call him Fraser, but
Okay.
each to their own, I suppose.
That's
But yeah,
his
no,
new
Fraser
He-Man
could have a
evil
good one
villain
here.
name, just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the conversation led to that was.
I don't know, but it was a great moment.
Right, so can Wobbly avenge his poor start from race 1? Or is Fraser going to jump forward and get the jump on everybody else? This is taking a little while. Oh no, as soon as I say that, of course, lights. Come on. But here we go, feature race of our super. Oh, I felt someone jumped the start there, but I'll tell you
Nobody's
what,
been called.
Fraser leads Brands Hatch with Daniel Lewis in second.
Whoa.
Sign of Wobbly just there. Dan Lewis going gung-ho into the
Three
sign
wide.
of Wobbly just there, 3 wide behind. We haven't had any massive pile-ups yet, but race 3 with a reverse grid
Three
is
wide
exactly where
again.
it's going to go. Someone off the circuit, that is one of
That
the
was
Hydro
a
race
Hydra
racing
race
forces.
car. Jamie Wilson getting
And if there's going to
shuffled.
be any traffic jams, it is going to be this race here. Look how close it is here. You're going to have to watch how everyone's braking. People are topping and tailing right now.
Yeah. 2 wide, about 4 deep.
Yeah,
3
a lot
deep.
of shuffling
3
back.
deep.
There's been a big accident at the back.
Oh, has there?
Big
Chris-
accident
oh,
at the
yeah.
back, but everyone's managed to clear out the
Mika.
way.
2 work guard cars and Ollie Payne, that is.
Ollie Payne cannot catch a break either, it seems.
No.
Stefan Goebel with a meatball as well, but still
What?
finds himself up
Again?
in 20th.
Oh my good grief.
But at the moment it's side by side with Dan Lewis and Wobbly, and Fraser is running away with this right now.
This cannot happen because that
Lewis.
interview is going to be awful.
Dan Lewis is kept Wobbly behind. Look
Yeah,
at this
I mean, what is going on?
gaggle.
Why is
of
David
TCR
Ayres dropping
right now.
back? Oh, David Ayres has looped it at whatever corner that is that I can't remember anymore.
Oh, and Wobbly with a great run here on Daniel Lewis, and Daniel Lewis opting for the outside line here. This is going to block Wobbly's exit, but Daniel is taking him toe to toe. Daniel having to go extremely wide just there. I think Wobbly's finally done it.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Fraser, now's your time to absolutely run for it, because now the chase begins. 2.3 seconds. I feel that'll be under 2 seconds by halfway through this lap, but look at the swapping of positions
Oh,
behind.
Stephen Walker getting shuffled back. If
Yep,
you've been watching
Jaden-
that inset picture, you'll have seen absolute chaos going on in Jamie Wilson's windscreen. He's been witness to it all, and it's still going on now. He's now 2 wide here with Tony Walker.
Yeah, Pete
No, he's
Newman and
not.
Jalen Scott and both up 5 positions at the moment.
Wow.
But it just seems you get Dennis Tixelau just here. Oh, sorry, Jura Laakkonen even. My apologies. And suddenly it's like a massive wall of ice is just blocking your way here. And look
Yeah.
how close they all are at the moment.
Left-handed
Meanwhile,
scissor girl racing with all his mates.
yeah, wow. Jesus Christ. What?
Oh no! Oh,
and
that's going to be very expensive. That's Tony. No, it's not. Who is that?
As Carl and Jack
Oh,
Brown.
Jack Brown, right. Oh dear. We're going to have another look at that in a second.
Stephen Walker with a slowdown as well behind.
What?
And he's-
Stephen
Stephen
Walker's got to slow
Walker.
down.
I wonder if
Oh
Stephen
my.
Walker was on the inside of all of them just there.
Fraser
Ooh,
Garrity with the
straight
fastest
you
lap.
want-
Oh, Wobbly's got it now.
Yeah, I was about to say Wobbly gained at least a second and a half on him
Right.
from the turn 2 onwards. So.
Right, fair enough. Chris
Oh, a lot more
Needham,
shuffling, someone off the track just there and
he
having to
volunteered
find a
himself
braking.
off that track. He steered off it to try and keep out of the way.
Some great racing with everybody at the moment.
Yeah. Chris Needham, I have to say, has had a great night with it. Just as I say that, I cursed him fully!
Oh no!
And I really did curse him. My curses are still strong. And that's Renee, is it?
Yeah, that's Chris and Renee.
Well, these reverse grids give us this kind of racing.
Go on, Pete, curse somebody else.
Who do you want me to
Dare ya.
curse?
Dare ya.
Alright, Fraser Garrity is leading the race. If he does crash now, I really will feel bad, but...
If Fraser ends up overdoing this corner now,
Nope,
oh, thank God for that. But
gotta look away.
behind,
Just look away. It's the better
Jaden
option.
Scott chasing down Michael Hall at the moment. Michael Hall wants to try everything he can to keep Jaden behind for the sake of teammate Pete Newman. Pete Newman at the moment, 6th place, chasing down Jamie Wilson, 0.2 behind Jamie Wilson. Tony Walker also keeping to the back of them. We want Euro to drop a couple more places if possible. Wobbly kneecaps, fastest lap of the race, 132.0 I think that was, which is a extremely quick time this early into the race, and Wobbly within half a second now of
Excuse me.
Fraser Garrity, so he's going to be getting all of that slipstream there. Now, how is Fraser going to play this? Is he going to try and maximise his points by fighting it, or does he know where the fights can be won and lost, lets Wobbly through and tries to keep within the best that he can?
Well,
Choices.
he's 12 positions ahead of Chesney Vandenbroek, who is second in AM at the minute, but points are points here, so you don't get points for within your class, you get points overall. So at the minute,
Yes.
Fraser Garrity is sat on a gold mine. There's a proper dragon's hordes with a points there.
He's currently, what, 3rd place at the moment in... Oh, Jaden's right at the back of Michael Hall.
Yeah.
To the point, is literally pushing him around the corner. This is allowing Simon Trendle behind to get nicely tucked in as well. Michael Hall visiting the Fernando Alonso School of Defending. Oh, tell you what, I wondered what Stephen was going to do there, but Stephen playing the safe game here.
Oh, here he goes,
Gets
though.
a great exit on that corner. He's going to be taking the outside away from Simon. Simon now has to stick to the inside. Cannot use all the track on exit, or can he? He
Yeah,
gets
he
to
can.
there, but I do feel that Stephen Walker's going to have the run on him here. Almost deciding for Simon Trendle where he should go on here, but isn't able to make anything of it. Meanwhile, for the lead, Wobbly with the simplest of hairpin overtakes here. Fraser kind of has no choice with that one, to be honest.
No, not really.
Probably going with the option of Wobbly is way
Mega
faster.
fast.
If I can keep up with him, that will do so much for the rest of my race. Investing. Tony Walker at the moment, 7th place, fighting with Jamie Wilson.
Yeah, I mean,
Does have a bit of slipstream on that left-hand side as well. There's no chance he's going to try and get a move to work here unless Jamie is somehow taking too much road there. And
Wow.
wow, now it's my turn to curse Jamie Wilson. Oh my God.
yeah.
Meanwhile,
was
these
all on
two are
you.
going to fight, and there's definitely going to be no touching here and no instance happening in the next 20 seconds.
And Tony should be aware that Euro is 2 positions ahead, so taking points away from his championship lead at the moment.
Yeah, meanwhile, behind Jaden Scott and Michael Hall. Michael Hall's still doing a fantastic job keeping the faster boys behind. And it's literally a case of Jaden has nowhere to go, but if he commits, then that just gives an opportunity for Simon to do what he's about to do now and take that inside line.
You get 2 for 1 here. No.
Jaden deciding to use that momentum on the outside. He's going to hug that inside instead. As Paul Hurley and Tamas fighting for 14th position. It's back and forth. Your amateur champion from last season sticking it to Tamas, and they're still both going to carry on giving each other plenty of space, and Tamas just gets in front, but up and under from Paul Hurley. Don't think it's going to be enough to get into this corner, but Paul Hurley might try and force the issue, which he does.
Yeah,
yep,
nice.
Tamas, if he just keeps it to the outside, should have enough overspeed to carry on going and be in front by the time the next corner comes along. Both side by side. Jaden Scotton still 0.1 behind Michael Horn, keeping a close look at that whilst these two fight, and Tamas keeping
Still
in front
not
there, but Paul going for another up and under there, and that was, I will admit, that did look very late just there from Tamas, but through it, he's had to quickly adjust his line. Simon Trundle with a slow down in front, and Paul Hurley go for an inside move just there.
Oh, he did
and
it
Paul
as well.
Hurley on the inside,
Oh,
yep.
no, he didn't.
Tamas off the circuit.
Yeah, I was going to
And
say,
Paul Hurley
Tamas
gets
gave
the
that away.
place. Tamas pushing hard now on the exit of there. Simon Trundle still with that slowdown.
It does seem like they struggled to serve these, doesn't it? We had another car in the last race that was struggling as well.
Yeah, Dandridge, I think it was, waiting until
Tony
literally
Walker, fastest lap of the
the
race.
end. Oh, really? Nice. I mean, he is behind Pete Newman at the moment, so as long as he follows his lines and keeps within that slipstream,
Yeah.
he's not got anybody else bothering him at the moment either, which is good news for him. Jure Laakkonen putting Daniel Lewis under pressure. Pete Newman
What is going on
overtakes, and suddenly Tony Walker getting past the championship rival. Huge for the championship in this feature race.
Yeah.
Dan Lewis is going to have the exit there, so Tony Walker not able to get all the speed he wants on that exit. Potentially an opportunity for Jure to get a move in if Daniel Lewis and Tony Walker end up going side by side through this corner, which they will. And Jure behind, having to wait and see what everybody else wants to do. If he hangs around too much, though, he has a very angry Audi of Wilson behind.
Yeah.
And Jamie Wilson with a
9-car train,
great
this.
exit.
9-car train. This is a bit crazy now. We are halfway through this final reverse grid sprint race.
Oh, and David Lewis goes out wide,
Yep.
and that's a freebie for at least 5 of those cars there. Even when he rejoins, he's going to have so little speed.
Yeah, he's
Have
going
to
to get
adjust
done
his
by
braking
Simon
points
Trundle, is
accordingly.
he?
I think he will. Simon's going to have so much more speed on the
No, he's
outside,
tucked in.
and slingshots round. Daniel moves to the side, and Simon's going to potentially get a move done there. Meanwhile, a couple of cars in front. Tony Walker now ahead on the Pro-Ams for Jure Laakkonen, 0.3 behind, but Jure has his own problems behind him. Now, does he let these pros behind through with an opportunity to pass Tony, or does he fight it and think, well, I've still got Barcelona?
Meanwhile, Fraser Geraghty, left-handed scissor girl, getting dropped by Wobbly, but he's moving away slightly from. No, he's not. He's actually moving slightly towards Pete Newman each lap. Not by much though. It's surprising that.
There's so much battling going on behind Fraser right now. He could not be asking for any more of a favour than he's already getting from these lot. Unless these lot all decide to work with each other to just specifically to catch up to and bully Fraser, then I can see Fraser potentially, and this is going to be a crazy call now, and you're not going to enjoy this. I feel Fraser could potentially finish with an overall podium here.
Do not say things like that.
But that all depends on everybody else, Pete.
I can already taste the vomit.
Great pass just there from Jaden Scott on to Stephen Walker, unless it's Stephen Walker trying to get past Jaden. Jaden's been very late getting across to the inside there.
Yes, he
A
has.
quick flash there because he knows he's on camera. That's exactly why he's been flashing. Michael
Right.
Hall. Oh, and Michael Hall has distracted these two behind enough that Stephen Walker's going to get a move done on the inside. Jaden lets him have it. Tries to slot in behind, and Jaden going to have to go for plan C here
Yeah,
to try and get some positions back. But now it's going to be Stephen Walker's turn to try and get a move done on Michael Hall. We've already seen what's happened between Stephen and another Pure Sims car. I don't know if we're going to get a repeat of that one, but look behind Jaden right now. The worst type of car to have behind you on a long straight is an Audi, specifically if it's being driven right now by Simon Trendle, who's going to try and get that inside line. He does it in the end. Jaden with a great line through there, in all honesty, and Simon having to back away and try again a little bit later. But with how everyone's bunched up in front, he will not have to wait long at all. Jaden taking a completely different line to everybody else around him at the moment. Oh, and that was a lot of curve taken just there, and that is a slowdown.
Slow down. Yep.
And not for the first time either, so maybe something to bring up in the interviews. Simon loves a slowdown.
Yeah, slow down, King.
Slow down, Simon.
Right, I get the feeling that, yeah, Fraser's now been kind of caught by Pete Newman. Tony Walker's closing. He was faster on that lap than Pete Newman and Fraser.
Simon still has that slowdown, by the way, and just defends it at the death and finds himself in a predicament now with Daniel Lewis overtaking and Thomas Dandridge within half a second make that even smaller now, and Simon's losing a lot more places. Ooh, Stephen Walker gets past Michael Hall, but and that's a lot of last minutes. That's a lot of late moving about. If it was Formula One, there'd be words about it, but this isn't Formula One, so...
No, it's not. So that was how Jaden and Wobbly got together earlier with all that sort of behaviour.
You can definitely see the priority right now with Pure Sims is Jaden Scotton more than Stephen Walker. But I think Jaden started to get a bit of overhang here and has... I thought he had a nose on the inside there, but he definitely has...
Not enough to make an overpass, make an overtake, I don't think.
Now it's Fraser with Pete Newman behind. Is Fraser going to defend the inside? Fraser has to make a very big decision now.
Yeah, he's got
He needs
a
to
challenge,
get as many
hasn't he?
points as possible if he's going to catch up to the top of AMS. But Pete Newman might be content where he is, in all honesty.
Not happening. Not on any watch. Pete Newman only knows one direction to travel, and that's to the top.
Oh, and a late is literally on the inside of the rear quarter panel of Fraser there, and Fraser kind of has so much pressure to put on Fraser that kind of had no choice with that one.
No.
Drops down, but I thought Fraser was going to try and give it back there. I would love it if Fraser did, to be honest, because that would be absolutely fantastic. Does have Tony Walker behind, who will be looking to try and get past Fraser as quick as possible to try and make sure that Ura does not get a second chance at going past. On board now with Tony Walker. Fraser Gerrity does have a slipstream from Pete Newman in front, one of the better people to have a slipstream from. And Fraser a lot earlier on the brakes here, but taking a bit of a later apex. There was a tiny flash of brakes in the middle of the corner, but it doesn't seem to have put him that much closer to Tony. And Tony now is going to find himself in a position where he will either have to try and force a move here. This is incredible racing right now. Jaden losing another spot, by the way.
Oh.
This time to Simon. Jaden's got another slowdown
again. Really? Wow.
And
just after he'd done all the work.
Michael has managed to hold off Jaden an extra 3 seconds, by the way.
Yeah.
So Jaden kind of has no hope now. Like, this is to the point now where Pete Newman is going to be sending Michael Hall at least 2 Christmas cards this year.
Yeah.
It's still getting close.
Look at
Fraser
them, they're
Garrity
so fast
still,
into that hairpin. It's unbelievable the speed they carry in.
yeah. Luckily with the uphill of the hairpin as well, it gives you an extra bit of science to slow you down. And Nico
Kylie.
Santalena,
Yeah, Kylie getting overtaken nearly, but he's fighting this.
yeah. Meanwhile, Jane Scotton closing in on Michael Hall again, nearly within 0.1, and once again, oh, I can only imagine the frustration that Jaden is feeling right now. Michael Hall managing to get the gap between himself and Jamie Wilson, 3 seconds.
Is it Michael Hall or Michael Wall?
Michael Wall, oh, very good, Pete, very good.
See what I did there?
Yeah, I did. It's a shame Michael's name isn't Hadrian.
Yeah, well, that would be brilliant, but yeah. Right, I mean, this is the closest scrapping
Oh, the
on
up and under
track.
just set from Simon. Simon is cutting so much of those curbs there. I'm surprised he hasn't invented slowdowns. We hit the last
Ooh,
lap of the
white
race.
flag.
Wobbly 4.5 seconds in front, and it looks like Jaden's now in the worst place he wants to be, and now Simon's getting held up by Michael Hall, which allows Jaden on the outside line to get a bit more speed and have a outside fighting chance of defending on the outside.
Now he might get
is going
freight
to have the
trained here.
faster.
No, he's not. Yeah.
He's going to have the inside line of this next corner, though.
Ooh,
And
yeah.
oh,
Enough room
great
given, that's
space being
good.
given.
Yeah.
But Simon's going to have the outside there and will get the overtake done. Thomas Andrews looking at getting a move done there as well. If anybody else can get a move done past Jaden, that's going to be even more bonuses for Pete.
Jaden's
Simon
coming
going
back
onto
again.
the grass.
No, he's not. Right, where is Tony Walker?
Fraser. Yep, it's 0.3. If Fraser can hold on to this one.
Tony Walker, get on with it.
David Ayres overtaken Stefan Goebel for 20th place, but this is it for Tony Walker. He needs every point he can get. Wobbly meanwhile. But here it is. Wobbly wins the feature race at Brands Hatch. Pete Newman, sorry, getting in second place, and Fraser Garrity in the AM class.
No way.
Celebrating as
No
if he's
way.
won the whole thing.
Oh dear.
Brilliant result for Fraser. Tony Walker winning the Pro Am class as well, with Yuri Lackinen in 5th place.
Still plenty of cars coming over the line. Jeff Saunders up to 17th. Andy Littler up to 19th, up 8 places. Stefan Goebel up 9 places because he started basically from the back.
Yeah, some big climbers in that race. Pete Newman up 10, Dennis Tichler up 11.
Yeah, great racing from the pair of them. Even David Ayres with his finger on the permanently on the flashing light button up 7. Stephen Walker up 7 too. Yuri Larkin finished where he started, which is a great result for a Pro-Am driver there. Very nicely done. Wow. A couple of drivers still to cross the line. Carl Hardy and Chris Needham.
Yeah, Chris was given an extra lap by Wobbly towards the end. So that'll do good for his Safe Driver Award.
Absolutely.
Maybe not with the instant points that caused him to be down in 25th, but you get what I mean.
Yeah, that was a good big crash that he had with... oh, that's weird. He crossed the line, didn't checker him, and put him out. Odd. Let's see where he ends up in the standings at the end. So that should go classified. Why is the time still ticking over?
Let's do
Session.
still have a car out on track in 19th, and I know, but it's showing us him.
He's over the line though. I don't know whether
Probably because he's still
iRacing's.
out on track at the moment.
Yeah,
It's probably because he's still out on track. So we're just
maybe.
Andy Littler just going for a bit of a solo performance on camera right now, which depending on what website you're on could mean a massive variety of things.
Mm. I've never had this happen before though, which is strange, and none of our other super sprints have ended up with the session not going checkered fully. That's a bit weird. Yeah. Does it give me a final standing? It does. Right, okay. So the session hasn't finished going checkered, but we've got a final standing anyway. Right, okay. So Wobbly took home the top spot in this third of tonight's sprint races for BSTV. Pete Newman was second on the podium for Result Clothing. Then I don't think anything else happened, did it?
I think we had Fraser Geraghty in third place.
Ugh.
Fantastic drive, wins the AMS, and only goes down one position from their starting point, Pete.
Okay. For Insignia Motorsport and top of his class. Again. It's getting boring now. A bit like Jaden last week. Tony Walker top of Pro-Am in fourth place there for BSTV. Euro Larkinen fifth on track and second in class for Hydro Race Racing Forces. Stephen Walker third in class and sixth on track for BSTV for Pro there. Jamie Wilson seventh for Team Chimera. Michael Hall was eighth for Result X Pure Sim. Simon Trendle was ninth for Team Chimera. Jaden Scotton was 10th for JC Academy Gold. That's going to be a bit of an impact to Jaden's points, maybe. I don't know. He was second, wasn't he? So Jamie finishing. Oh, I don't know. I can't do math. We know that from earlier. Thomas Dandridge finished third in Pro-Am and 11th on track for Verve Racing. Well done to him. Daniel Lewis was 12th, Blade Designs. Chesney Vandenbroek second in class, 13th on track for JC Academy Gold. Thomas Asboth finished 14th for Spin and Toe Motorsport. Dennis Tigchelaar was 15th for Hydro Race Racing Forces. 16th was Paul Hurley for Insignia Motorsport with Jeff Saunders. 17th for JC Academy Silver. Stefan Klauke, third in class and 18th on track. He needed that in terms of points over his AM-class competitors. 19th was Andy Littler for Workguard. Stefan Goebel was 20th for VTS Esports with David Ayres 21st for Safeguard. 22nd for Jason Haddington. Great result in his first race week back with us for Air Smart Racing. Chris Dixon was 23rd for Workguard. Carl Hardy was 24th for Result. Chris Needham, was 25th for Air Smart Racing. Ollie Payne was 26th for Safeguard. Mika Santa Helena 27th for JC Academy Silver with Renee 28th for Cutting Corny. 29th was Jack Brown for Next Gen, and Deck Crowther rounded out the field 30th. Blade Designs, definitely the unluckiest man on track tonight by some margin, sadly. Okay, that was. Phew, I feel like I've been broadcasting for like 3 hours or something. What is going on? I mean, headlines are Renee got two race wins, and nothing at all happened with Fraser Geraghty.
Oh, I don't know if your SDK decided to bug out or anything, Pete, but Fraser did get a very impressive overall podium. So I feel that his interview tonight's going to be nothing short of Disneyland levels of magical.
It was already going to be crazy, wasn't it? But let's just see. All right, okay. Oh no! Well, oh no! Stephen Walker or Jamie Wilson at the moment. Stephen Walker. We'll bring in Mr. Lucky Wookie Walker. Welcome to the booth. Mid conversation, always good. Stephen Walker.
What up, fam?
What up? Right, I don't remember what happened in either of the last two races, so I'm going to put it on screen to remind me, because there's been a lot going on. Can I
Fifth
see
Say
it?
that
place,
again.
third place, sixth place.
What? Do that again.
No, did I?
Fifth.
Yeah.
Fifth, third, sixth.
Well, that's not too bad, is it? As a
Very
night.
good. Yeah, it's a good points haul, especially for the team, given the state of the championship at the minute.
Yeah, but I've got like 70 million incident points across all 3 races, I think. So it'll probably negate any point advantage of finishing in front of people, quite frankly.
Fair enough. At least you're honest about it. Um, but I know you weren't. You're not the biggest fan of this track, are you?
No,
Just
I
saying.
literally despise it. I I hate it, and I barely had any time to practice. Normally, Tuesday I wasn't available to do any practice or race, and normally, obviously, we all do the official on a Tuesday, as I'm sure you're all aware.
Yep.
But I couldn't do it. I was busy, so and I hated every single lap that I drove around it on Monday when I did have a chance to practice. So that's the first laps that I drove, and it didn't matter what setup I used. I just couldn't go anywhere near the times of the rest of the guys, and then um, I didn't get on. I didn't start doing any laps tonight until about 15 minutes before the end of the practice lobby, before qualifying. And when I finished that, Wobbly was like, "Do you want to try this to set up?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And I used it in qualifying, and then I used it in all 3 races. And yeah, my pace was right up there. I don't know whether I just settled down and remembered how to drive it, because yeah, I just couldn't. It was atrocious to start off with, but
Right.
and then I've got I'm bringing out the racing driver excuses here, like open the box and I'm throwing them all out there. So the reason why I went off in the first race when I think I was third,
Yes.
I braked for the last corner, and the only way I know this now is because I've got you have the overlays with telemetry on.
Yep.
Hit my brake as normal, everything okay, and then for a split second, while my foot didn't move from the brake, it completely disengaged my brake, and
Oh.
then re-engaged it. So there's this, like, it's obviously not a lot of time that it goes off and on, but in that time, obviously, it means that I'm not braking as heavily as I should, and so that's why I went wide. So that annoyed me.
Mhm.
I've also got an issue where my throttle, when I've got no input on it, is registering an input. So I've had to set a minimum. So I've lost a bit
Yeah.
of my muscle memory for applying the throttle is now out. So but I didn't realize that until now. So uh, I managed to drive around it, whereas in the practice I didn't realize that at the time. So I was applying what I thought was like in my head would be 20-30% throttle, but actually it's going all the way up to 50. So it was just pushing me wide. I was like, I can't do anything. It's just driving off the, let's say.
Mm.
But because I figured that out in qualifying, I managed to then, like I say, drive around it. So I had to kind of relearn on the fly and everything. So it
Yeah.
was certainly a challenging set of races. I've already apologised for Simon to driving into him, but as I braked, the car wiggled and it just clipped him on the left. If it had stayed straight, it would have been fine. But I'm glad he managed to recover. I think he finished behind me, and I think whatever race that was, race
Two.
two,
Yeah. Yeah.
maybe.
Two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then race three, I just tried to stay out of trouble, and I think I did some quite good overtakes. When I got past Jaden, Sam got slowed down, got past Jaden, got past Michael, got past Jamie, and I was trying to get in front of Yura to help my brother out in the points. I just ran out of laps.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I just needed one lap to at least have a go. I'm not saying I would have passed him, but
Yeah.
it would have been good to at least get that. I just got to him by the line, but yeah, fun races, very fun races. It was.
Changed your
I was like,
opinion of Brands Hatch, or do you still
oh,
hate it
nothing's
with a
ever
passion?
gonna. I hate it. I hate it because of the way you race, and it really closes you all up. And like it's great, but you, I like in the first race, for example, I got a 4x because got to the first corner and then just stopped.
Yes.
Um,
That is a tactic here, though, isn't it? On a few corners,
well,
actually.
yeah, but yeah, it gave me and Pete damage.
Yeah.
Um, and
Yeah, because you're
yeah,
all stacked onto one another. Yeah.
yeah, and that happened a few times in the races, but like that was just you're just not expecting it in that part of the track at that part of the race
Yeah.
in that corner anyway. But yeah, it's difficult to overtake. You have to force it, which I'm sure caused some issues for people up and down the grid. Or you have to force your opponent into a mistake, and that's great if it's just two of you battling and you can do it. Like was it the first or the second? think it was the second race where it was me, it was Rene at the front, and then Pete, Jaden, and then me, and we're all just really close, and none of us could do anything.
Hmm.
We were just following each other around, and
Yeah,
it
there was
becomes a
4
bit
of you together, weren't there, for quite a lot of
yeah,
laps. Yeah.
yeah, and it's just a bit meh, but it's all part of it, isn't it? So I mean,
It
it's just
is.
another thing of why I don't like the track, but other people do, and that's fine. Like, obviously, it produced some good fun racing, and
Mm.
when you're actually driving it and overtaking and not thinking about it, it's not all bad.
No, true. I'm just having a look to see where we end up for the last race of the season.
I think
Uh, oh
Pete finished in
yes.
front of me twice,
Yeah.
so there's no way I'm catching him. And I think Jaden's now resigned. I think Pete just needs to finish the races to seal it. I think.
Oh really? Right.
Yeah, I think off the top of my head, I think I was tonight 100 points behind.
Jaden was closest, about 30 odd points behind Pete going
Yeah, but
into
I think Pete,
this.
I feel like Pete finished ahead of him in race 1 and race 3,
He
and race
did.
3 by quite a long way.
Yeah, Jaden finished 10th, whereas Pete was second. So it depends on incident points at that point as well. Negatives
Yeah,
really hit you. Jamie Wilson kept it solid all the way through, but will still have lost points to Pete as well, I think. So, yeah, I think the decision is right that if Pete Newman rocks up and doesn't absolutely muller the car at Barcelona, which is our last track, then it could be his again. He must have loved getting his hands on my wood so much last season that he needed another. Maybe he's worn it out. I don't know.
yeah.
Um,
Well, speaking of words, I believe I won the team's championship quite a
I've
while ago.
discussed this with Wobbly. I'm gonna get a trophy. Okay.
I had completely forgotten about it, but I'm hoping that we might be able to wrap it up again, and so I get a double
Yeah,
wood.
that'd be good. Yeah. Double wood.
Um,
Oh,
yeah,
can
yeah,
never
I
ask
need from
for
you a double wood,
more.
Pete. Uh, so yeah, I'll have a look at that once the points are updated because I feel like we outscored Pete and Carl between because it's just the top 2 best placed drivers,
It
isn't it,
is,
for the
yeah.
teams?
Yeah, only the 2 of
Yeah,
the 3
so
score, yeah.
yeah, so I feel like over the course of these 3 races we did quite well.
Yeah, team
Team
standings
points.
wise, the gap was very short.
Yeah,
32 points is all it was.
I feel like it's possible we're either separated by 10 points or we're quite level.
Oh, okay.
Just it depends because my incident points, like I say, for the first 2 races, don't matter about race 3 because I finished behind my brother and Wobbly.
Yeah.
But the first 2 races, particularly race 1, where yeah, I was just having all sorts of issues.
Mm. Okay.
This is a different thing, but yeah, you turn up to race and it was certainly racing was certainly going on. So what more can you ask for, really?
Well, exactly. Anybody you want to shout out to whilst we let you go and start your hopefully more practice than you had at Brands for Barcelona?
Yeah, I should be able to. Yeah, you guys. Again, as always, putting on the show. I think it was 30 people this week, wasn't it? 30 or 31?
30 exactly, yeah.
Yeah. So again, massive turnout at this point into the race. There's still pro and pro am championships and team to be wrapped up. Nothing's settled, so there's anything to play for, I believe, going into the last round, and some of it's closer than others, but that's how it is. Yeah, everyone on track today for being sensible, and I don't feel like anything. It was all like just the nature of the track and things like that, and people been slowed up like concertinas. So everyone on that, my brother for having another good night. You
Mm.
should have heard him stressing in the chat after race 1.
Oh no, they'll
Um,
put me to pro. I can't have
yeah,
nothing in pro.
yeah. I'm like, nah, come on, it's fine. And then yeah, he got a good result. And then yeah,
Yeah.
Wobbly for throwing me the set, which definitely played a factor in me being able to be competitive. I think I had another good race with Jaden. Simon again, just yeah, just it was just a good fun racing on track that I absolutely despise. So we go to Barcelona next week, which not one of my favourites, but I actually don't mind driving around it. It's got a nice flow to it, especially if it's the is it the classic one with the no chicane, isn't it?
Historic, yeah.
Historic, yeah.
Yeah, which is in my opinion the best layout for that track. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do not mind driving around that track, so it should be fun.
Yeah, and so say all of us. In that case, we will bid you a fond farewell. Multiple previous champion, Stephen Lucky Wookie Walker.
Cheers, guys. Thank you very much.
Cool. Right. I'm gonna get the pain out of the way. A bit like having a shot, Jay, in your arm. I'm gonna try and get this one done, like ripping off a plaster. Just get it out of the way quickly. I don't want to do this because it's gonna be an awful amount of ego right now. Left-handed scissor girl is in the booth for you, Jay.
Oh. Well, Fraser, let's go into massive amounts of detail. Race
Such a
1,
knob.
race 2, the prep for the feature race, what you're thinking during gridding up for the feature race, a step-by-step track guide of the first 5 laps of your valiant defense of the first place position before tactically thinking, and with some of the smartest driving I've seen from an AM driver since, well, nothing, because nothing compares. Fraser, welcome to the booth. I hope you're good. Hope you are well. Brilliant.
I'm sound,
feature
Jay. I've
race
missed all that
tonight.
though. Can you say all that again?
Oh dear. Don't.
No, F off.
Language.
A pretty decent qualifying. We had
Yeah,
Stefan
not too
Klauka at the
bad.
top.
Not
Yeah,
too bad.
we had Klauka at the top of the championship standings at the beginning of the night. So getting a decent finishing position in the first 2 races was absolutely essential. Did you expect, though, at the end of race 2 to be in a position where you're in the reverse grid?
Yes, because
That
there was some teamwork going on to start. So I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, I'm holding it. They're not gaining. I thought I may have lost it on the last lap. I'll be brutally honest. I can't remember who was behind me now in P16. I thought they was going to nip it right at the end, but they didn't. And check me out, Pete. Check me out.
I knew it.
To be honest, I've had the stream on and off between the races, and I just had it back on, load it back up, and he was like, "Oh yeah, he's P3." I was like, "Oh, I can't wait to go and rub this in there."
Totally predictable.
So, I mean, if you go off my new nickname, I was slicing through the competition.
Oh, I knew this would happen.
He could say that he was a snip above the
Oh,
rest.
don't, Jay. You're just encouraging him now. Deary man.
Hey Jay, I was a bit sharper than everyone today, wasn't I?
Oh man, just glided through that, didn't you?
Let me just Google some more. I've run out.
But yes, so first row on the feature race, and a very poor start from everybody around you. Took your opportunities. How many laps was it you were in the lead in the end? I thought I
think it was
counted
3.
5.
Oh, well,
3?
I now got the bonus points. I know that. And then I just saw Wobbly. He was coming and coming. I thought, do you try and hold him, or do you try and stick in the draft for a bit? I went with the draft.
I
There's no
personally
point
think
trying to hold
that's-
him off.
Yeah, probably the smarter decision, and obviously it worked out really well for you in the end. Plus bonus points as well. You hear that, Pete? Bonus points as well, so even more. I think that's yeah, but
So
I
Pete's
can't
lost his tongue today. He's a bit sour, isn't he?
don't know what's happened with him. I'm very happy for you, Fraser, and brilliant sets of driving in all 3 races. In all honesty, it's been quite a clean night tonight in terms of most people actually. Next week, season finale at Barcelona. Historic. How do you run at Barcelona?
Which ones are historic now?
Historic's the current Formula 1 layout without the final chicane.
So when I was doing it in Super Formulas, it never went well at all. But when I've done it in TCRs, it's not gone too bad. So who knows?
I think with plenty of cars on the grid, it'll be a pretty action packed, especially going over those last 2 corners, racing to that really tight first chicane there. But anyone you want to give a shout out tonight before we let you have a little bit of bubbly and celebrate the night away?
Massive thanks to Paul today. We nailed the teamwork. Absolutely smashed it in race 1. I knew the ping was coming then. I knew the ping was coming. But no, we worked as a great team in race 1. It works so well for us. A massive shout to him to just give me the place just so I can get a few more points on the board.
Yeah, it worked.
Obviously,
out
Jay
fantastically.
as well. Great commentator. Can't wait to watch it back. Everyone in the commentary, great. The whole team. I
Stop, I'm
don't think there's
blushing.
anybody else I need to do a shout out for.
You're gonna shout out Pete's small peepee.
No, well, it wasn't.
Who's Pete?
It wasn't small, Paul. It had a long way. It had a long way to fall, though.
Your woods. That's what it is.
Yeah. Dear. Anything to say about your teammate getting an overall podium?
Yeah, mate, he was fantastic today. 3 class wins as well, I believe.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly I should be driver of the day, but if not, give it to him.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay.
We'll keep that.
Just say those wins again, Paul.
How did
Just say those wins again to annoy Pete. Just say them again, will ya?
So you're either doing this to annoy Pete, or you're just absolutely getting off this on horrific and non-PG levels.
Yeah.
It could be both. Why not both?
We're going up the certifications there. How was your racing? Because you teamworked left-handed scissor girl into a P15 start or pole start or front row start or whatever it was in the end. I really lost interest.
He's got to thank Wobbly as well there for taking somebody out and elevating him up the up the standards.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Well done.
But yeah, no, he drove really well. I mean, I really enjoyed the race right there. Fraser said before he doesn't like this track, but clearly he does.
Well, yeah, we've had other people say that, like Stephen Walker, and look how they did. So yeah. Okay. So any more thanks, left-handed scissor girl, before we let you go?
Nah, I'm not going to leave it on a sour note. Pete, it's all banter. Can't wait to watch it.
Cool. Okay then. We'll see you next week, Fraser Garrity.
Thank you. See you guys.
And Paul, any shout-outs you want to make?
I had some really good racing tonight actually. With Jeff Chesney, Fraser as well. Obviously, Thomas Asboff and Demis in the last race. Do you know what the crash with Renee and Chris Needham?
Yeah.
I don't know if you see it on the stream. As one of the wheel breaks loose from one of their cars, shoots across the track, hits my car, gives me wheel damage. I've never had that before.
What?
Yep. The wheel gives me wheel damage.
What lap was this, so I can make it a screenshot?
I will let you know. But yeah,
Yes.
but after that, so I had a great battle for about 3 laps with Tamas, and then again at the end
that
with
battle was good. Yeah.
yeah, we were cutting back, and yeah, it was good. Yeah, I enjoyed that, and again at the end with Demis. But if I didn't have a little bit of damage, I might have been able to give a bit more. But no, it was really good. It was really good, and yeah, nice to help Fraser out. That's what team play is part of the game. We've got teams, so I don't think that's not part of the rules to let your teammate through, is it? So,
No. That's absolutely legit. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, very well done.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. Chesley just told me to say something to you, Jay.
What's that?
That we all hate you for the thing you put on TCR called.
Oh yeah, so Pete, they finally revealed what the new TCR is.
Well, they
It's,
officially did or not?
Well,
No.
yeah, for iRacing Studios,
Oh, right, okay.
on a trader, there's officially a new TCR on iRacing Arcade.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
just Chesley was not impressed.
Oh dear, classic. Cool. In that case, we will see you and your teammate on Barcelona Historic this time next week. Paul, yeah. Not your favourite then?
No, well, you never know. Yeah, sometimes your worst ones, like Fraser tonight, actually treat you better, don't they? So,
Yeah,
we'll
that's
see.
very true. Very true indeed. In that case,
Yeah,
we'll-
and just a shout out to Mr. De Jong as well. We was running
yeah.
orange wheels as a show of solidarity with him tonight. So
Oh right,
Yes.
very nice touch.
Yes.
Excellent stuff. Right, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've not mentioned.
he's in
that.
he's in our faults. He's in our
Yeah,
faults.
I didn't know whether he wanted me to, so I haven't drawn
Well,
attention to it.
he's put it all in chat, so
Yeah.
I don't think he'll mind me saying it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah.
And we'll see
Thanks,
you next
guys.
week then. Paul
Have a
Hill.
good evening. Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye bye.
Yeah, I never know whether to mention things like that, but never mind.
We could keep it in the in. It's fine. We all know
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
up. So
Cool. Right, let's bring in another interview for you. Let's bring in, bring in Jamie for me first. So I just didn't see him underneath my cursor. So welcome to the booth, Jamie Wilson. Good evening.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Quite a strong performance in fits and starts from you tonight. That Audi seemed to have some real good pace on the straight leading down to the corner. I now can't remember, even though I looked at it a minute ago. Like not Western, Hawthorne.
Pilgrim's Bend.
Yeah,
Western
on Pilgrim's
Supermare.
Drop. It seemed to just chew up the tarmac and overtake cars for fun for both of you, for you and for Simon.
Sort of. That was only if you did the magic one per event perfect exit of the previous corner. Because that exiting Surtees, which is the left-hander uphill onto the straight that then goes into Pilgrim's Drop.
Yeah.
The Audi just absolutely dies on its arse in fourth gear.
Right.
There's nothing we can do about it. So the only time we ever really got a really good run, Simon had this as well, was like on lap 1 or something where there's a kerfuffle going on, and then that's the one time we use third to sort of get underneath someone because they get held up. That was the only time that we really had like the amazing run on that straight. The rest of the time it was a case of losing out at the first bit and gaining it back at the end.
Right. No, that's a good explanation. But the Audi didn't seem to be as underhanded as I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be a pig, to be honest. But it seemed very strong in all the way around the track.
Well, I think that's a flattering view of it. I think from the outside, because it was a struggle. Probably I was suffering with this more than Simon was, but just the way that I had to set the car up meant that it was a bit of a kind of lottery as to what it was going to do on turning.
Right. Okay.
So because I needed it to be quite oversteery, but in a way that is controllable, which is kind of fine. But because of all the different cambers and all this, that, and the other around this track, that kind of works against you. And so, especially going up the hill, I've got the stream on, so where we're coming up to on the stream there.
Yeah.
Like hitting the brake pedal and then turning in, it's like, is it going to oversteer like too much, I mean, or is it going to be sort of, am I going to have so much oversteer that I then have to back out of it and then I understeer through the rest of the corner? And I was just basically fighting that at every corner.
Oh, really? Right, okay.
So I was very, this is exactly the same problem that Simon had back in Okayama. Exactly the same thing, where it's just I didn't have a good level of trust in the car. And so I wasn't really at peak performance, let's say.
Right. No, that makes sense. Still a good points haul for Team Chimera over the piece, though, because you both did fairly strong performances. Simon was a little down on position in the third of tonight's races. Did he just find overtaking to be a bit more of a struggle?
I think it's just the nature of the racing is that it's very tight, and people tripping over each other doesn't necessarily give you that much of an opportunity. So, and it obviously being reverse grid, I think you just kind of effectively got boxed in, and sort of your fate is sealed quite early on if that sort of thing happens. So, but you know, you're right. It was a good result for us all. We did a bit of a good sort of teamwork, sort of in race 2 when. He had his incident with Stephen and then had caught up because again we were all tripping over each other, slowing everyone down. And at one point I had Michael Hall ahead of me. I said, "Do you reckon you can get Michael?" And he said, "Yeah." And so that's why I kind of let him go without that much of a fight. And then he made good on his promise on the last lap.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
it was very
I was
exciting.
pushing him on, saying, "Oh, you said you can get him. Come on then, hurry up." And then he did it round the outside.
Yeah.
Up into that corner on the last lap, which is a sweet move. So fair play to him. But yeah, it was. You know, there was a point in the middle of that when we were still close together where it's quite difficult to have Tony Walker behind you, and have like what feels like about 300 cars immediately ahead of you, and like I was trying to give him space, to make something happen. So I was kind of backing myself up into Tony to give Simon a bit of room to do a weird line to get a good exit, that sort of thing. That's what I mean by the teamwork of it. So
No, it worked out well for him. He certainly made that happen. What are you going to be doing at Barcelona? Is the Audi going to have the strengths there, or is it going to top out at the end, halfway down that front?
No, I
straight?
don't. No, I don't think it will top out. I think that only really happens if you're at a Daytona or a Monza and you're in, minimum wing territory and all that. Barcelona should be fine for that. No, it should be okay. I mean, I recall doing a Neo race around there years ago, where it was like 5.5 hours or something on one set of tyres. It was one of those sort of races, but it was even though it was like 46 degrees track temp or something mad, because it is quite hard on the tyres. Like turn 3. Very, very long turn. You're leaning on the car the whole time through certainly the first half of it. That'd be quite interesting to sort of manage. But even here at Brands Hatch, we're murdering the tyres around here because it's such a short race. It's the format. You don't need them to last more than 20 minutes. So, you're running a lot of camber, that sort of thing, and it did feel a bit ropey towards the end in my experience. So,
right, okay.
Barcelona's a tyre killer, so let's see what happens with that.
Yeah, that should be interesting. Only 2 races to go to the end of the season. Going into this race, you were all 4 of you at the top there were in a shout of winning it. Speaking to Stephen, he's fairly convinced that Pete Newman kind of just has to turn up and not crash next week. What are your thoughts? Do you think there's still a stab in there for somebody?
If Pete has, I don't know the numbers, but if Pete has some sort of catastrophic race, then everything's possible. But I doubt that to be the case. I was never considering myself in it. It was more just how well can I do, basically. And I have the opposite kind of performance quotient than Jaden does through the season. Jaden just improves and improves and improves, and I just sort of plateau and then have a couple of naff races towards the end of the season. That just seems to be how it goes. So
right, okay. Because I was just going to say earlier in the season you were in second and putting real pressure on. To say I was surprised, that's probably a bit of an understatement because you were in Pro-Ams the last few seasons. First season up in the pros, and you were knocking on the door of first place. It's been a strong season for you. I think you can take some real positives away from it, even if Pete Newman kind of has maybe done the work already. It does depend on how many incident points he's generated and things like that as well.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
But we'll see once the points get uploaded.
My benchmark is Jaden. So
right, okay.
From last season. So and I'm not expecting to be in front of him certainly, but it's how close I could end up to him. I think it's a pretty good job if I'm not a million miles behind him. So
no,
that's a fair assessment. And the other reason that I sort of wanted to go up to Pro was to free up the top of Pro-Am. So which I think was the right thing to do because it's obviously Dura and Tony fighting that out.
It's kind of red hot at the minute. There's 3 of them in that, I think. Tamas, Euro, and Tony. Tamas, I can't think he didn't have the strongest of third races, but last week he was very strong. This week he's not been quite up there, so I don't know what that's going to do to the points in Pro-Am. Euro's done all right. I mean, he got 4th. I think he got 4th or 5th in that second race.
Euro's driving very well.
Yeah,
right now,
solid, isn't it?
Also in the officials as well. He's doing really, really well.
Very, very good performances, but
I must add at this point Tony for Pro as just a chant.
That's already been said tonight by Jay.
Is it? Okay.
Jay pulled that one a minute ago. But no, great racing. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Well, first and foremost, shout out to Ronald de Jong and family because he's in a very, very rough situation right now, and that's very difficult for anyone to go through, and obviously his wider family. So thoughts very much with him. As someone that myself, lost a parent, 2 years ago. It's a hard process, no matter what the circumstances are. And shout out to you guys for the broadcast and everything. Shout out to Sam Bleeze's wheel.
Right.
Which is also, not having a fun time.
No.
There's a story there that you can tell next week, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He's currently in the pub as a result.
All
so.
right, okay. At least he's found somewhere nice to be. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, as I say, shout out to everybody. There's a few people that did really well tonight, like Chris Needham. I thought did really well.
Mhm.
Fraser, of course, or left-handed scissor girl, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. You're going to have a job on your hands for driver of the day.
Yeah, it's going to be. Well, there's often races where it's ridiculously tough to figure out one. But yeah, tonight's going to be a bit more difficult than normal. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm going to do. There's a danger of left-handed scissor girl getting the vote, which I'd rather put a campfire out with my face than vote that one. But
What?
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 What? What?
I always prefer the expression "I'd rather in my hands and clap."
Yeah, enthusiastically. Yeah, absolutely. But yes, yeah, it's going to be horrible. In that case, we will look forward to seeing you, hopefully having a fantastic time around Barcelona Historic this time next week. Jamie Wilson, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
Totally unprepared for flushing you out of this room, but never mind. I'll make it work, don't worry. There. Cool. Right. 2 more to go. We're going to give you an interview to do. It's going to be Chesney, Jay. Where's the live booth gone? There it is. So welcome
There
to
it is.
welcome to the booth. CVDB. Over to you.
Meow.
Meow.
Chesney, good to see you in the booth once again. A night full of position gains. First race started 25th, finished 20th. Second race started that 20th and finished 19th. Now the next race after that, constantly going upwards. This time finishing in the top 15. You thought you were one of the slower people at the beginning of the night. After you got used to the track, what's your favorite part about it?
The parts where I needed to change my pants.
Context, please.
There was some during the 3 races. I think I saw 4 accidents happen right in front of me that I needed to dodge. So, so that's why I had some brown spots on my pants.
Fair, Pete. The quality of this stream in terms of language being used and potty mouthness, it's reaching all new
It's
highs and in some cases lows as well.
Well,
but
yeah.
the spots are dirt from the crashes. I don't know what you're thinking about, but
Right, okay then. Fair enough. Race number 1, a big battle with Fraser Garrity and Paul Hurley with yourself and Jeff. It was like watching a tag team match at WrestleMania at times with all the dodging and diving you were all doing to each other. It looked like a lot of fun. That translated across into race number 2, where once again you found yourself with Jeff and Paul as well. Fraser managed to get a really good top 15, so he was ejected from that fight. It looked like through the night as well, including with the feature as well of how close you were with Tamas towards the end. You were getting a lot of really good close battles tonight.
yeah, like especially the first 2 ones, like in race 1 with Fraser, Paul, and Jeff. That was really insane. Like I didn't know it was for first place in the AMS, but the team place on both sides, it was insane. It's like this match is the rain racing for me. If you have two sides of a team that plays together nicely to each other, but with each other, it's crazy.
Yeah, it looked like a hell of a lot of fun. And race number 3, finishing in 13th as well. A really good, solid sets of results for yourself, not just for in the AM Championship, but overall as well. I think anybody getting into the top 15, it's especially after 3 tough races like that, is fantastic result. It is the season finale of Backfire Simsport TV next week, where we go to the historic layout of Barcelona. Have you had many races at Barcelona?
I still need to buy the track. So, but
That answers that one.
but I've I've driven the track, I think, in Gran Turismo and such, so it's a typical bike track actually. So perfect
That's
for the
fair.
TCRs.
Yeah. There's
And
definitely a lot of fast corners there. So sorry, I did cut you off there. Carry on.
I think it's perfect for the TCRs. Um, so we'll see next week when I eventually buy it.
Yeah, I think you and plenty of us who are listening to this right now will really enjoy the curves. Like you said, it's got a lot of bike curves on it. So if you enjoy the likes of Mugello, Portimao as well, and in some cases Brands Hatch as well. To be honest, there's a lot of flow and elevation changes in there. I think it's one of the better circuits on the service, though it does sometimes split opinions right down the middle. Uh, but yeah, no, get onto it, get practicing, and I have full confidence that you can get yourself a really good result next week as well. Is there anybody that you would like to give out a shout out for?
Yes, you, Jay, but not for the good kind.
Uh, I've already
I
heard. I've
yeah,
already heard.
I'm disappointed in you.
That's
Like
fine. You'll
I
get
was
over it.
scrolling the TCR court, and I was seeing new car revealed. Like, okay, new car for the new TCR car is revealed. Yeah, it's for the new iRacing game. Like, I
Hey,
shed a tear, Jay. I shed a tear.
but isn't iRacing Arcade going to be fantastic? Imagine
Ye-
BSTV iRacing Arcade.
Yes, it's gonna
That
be
would be
fantastic.
a hilarious night of swearing, friendships ruined, and
Yeah.
various substances being thrown all over the place. Uh,
Yes, yes.
it's dirt. Don't worry, guys. It's dirt. But no, I want to apologize for absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. I have nothing to apologize for. But thank you very much, Chesney. Anyone else you want to give a shout out to tonight?
My heart goes to ITJ and to his family. I
Yes.
think the others have already talked about it,
Yes.
so I'm not going to go further in it. But also, that's the only persons I'm going to shout out this time.
Yes. That's fair enough. A very, very worthy shout out in everyone's thoughts and hearts right now. Thank you very much for that, Chesney. We will let you get on with the rest of your evening. Thank you so much for joining us in the booth. Fantastic set of results tonight. Hopefully, we'll get to see you again next week.
Also, turn off Fraser's hacks, please.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
As long as he keeps paying us to be continued. Thank you very much, Chesney. Enjoy the rest of your night, ladies and gentlemen. Chesney.
Meow.
Cool. Right. Next up and last into the booth is, or should be, Chris Dixon. Good evening.
Good evening.
Evening. Bit of a hectic night, wasn't it? What exactly happened out at Surtees on that last race? Because I saw you and Andy had got together with Mika and somebody else. There was a big pile up. What was going on there? Or don't you know?
Yeah, I got a good start, and I do need to apologise to Mika because I'll take the blame for it. It wasn't intentional, but yeah, as we come up round onto the back bit, I was up his inside and just clipped the curb and didn't have enough room. Touched his back end, I think he lifted, and then that was it. We both went spinning off, and everyone behind just ploughed into us. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, apologies to Mika because yeah, that one is on me, I think.
Okay, well, it's very mature of you to say that. This track can often feel a bit like a road course because the walls aren't that far away, are they? You make a mistake here and you are punished, like really strongly punished.
Yeah, you can be. It's a difficult track to overtake as well. You can defend. I mean, I defended when Wobbly was behind us in the second race,
Yeah, we
and
were watching that.
yeah, I kept him behind us for a good half a lap, well, majority of the lap. It was like, yes.
Small
But
victories,
yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, there was some
absolutely.
good race. good racing in there. I had some good racing with. I know Stefan. He got caught out with a. He dived up the inside of us on one of them, and I gave him room, but just couldn't stop. I know it wasn't his fault, but yeah, we both ended up with damage. I think that was race one. And,
Yeah, it was. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Stefan
but,
Krauke you're talking about, aren't you?
yeah. He backed off and gave me the position back, but once the cars are damaged, you're fighting. You can't get back to where you were racing. But yeah, it was no one's fault. He went for a gap, but he booked it a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's racing.
Yeah, I think you didn't do quite as well as Andy in that second race, in the last race, I should say. But
No, I was quite happy to get. I
good
think Andy
though.
was 19th,
Yeah, yeah.
and I got back up to 23rd and stayed on the lead lap, even with the damage and meatball.
I
So
thought you were higher than that in the third one. Or are you talking about the second one?
no, the third
Oh,
one I
right,
was.
yeah, 23rd. Yeah.
Yeah, so I wasn't too. I mean, I was 26th, I think, in the second one.
Yeah, second one you finished 26th. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that one didn't go so well.
No. But Andy did. Yeah, 19th in that last race. That's good for him, isn't it? That's good.
Yeah, he did well. He stayed out of trouble. To be honest, I think it looked like he was involved in that accident, but he just went off track and missed it all.
Yeah, I saw him in
and
the
he,
distance. Yeah.
yeah, and he gained quite a lot of positions. I think it was more Ollie clipped me, and then someone else clipped Mika, and there was a couple of others spun off or dived off, and it looked a lot worse than it was. There was only, I think there was 4 meatballs in it all. But it could have been a lot worse because there was a lot more cars there.
Yeah.
So
No, that's good. And we got Barcelona next time. Are we going to see Fee rolled out for Barcelona, or is she not feeling it at the minute?
I'm not sure. I haven't spoken to her. I was going to speak to her this week, but yeah, I'll have to reach out and see how she's doing and see if she's going to come back for the last round. Be nice to have her back on track.
Yeah. I mean, whenever she's ready to be honest. But it'd be good
Yeah.
to see her back racing. Okay. How do you go at Barcelona? Is it all right for you?
I like the track, but it's just getting the practice. Family comes first, unfortunately. Like Chesley's just told us.
Yeah, too right.
Yeah, so I don't really get, like tonight. I got on. I thought, oh, brilliant! I'll get on just before 7. Realised my son's been on my computer. I've got no sound. My headset's not working. Carl spoke and it came through the main speakers and nearly deafened us. I was like, oh my god! It took me till about I don't know. It was about 20 to 8, I think, to get it sorted and back to normal. And then I only got five or 6 laps or something.
Right.
And then straight, well, not even that. It was probably 3 laps, and then straight into qualifying. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Well, any other shout outs you want to give before we let you go?
Yeah, obviously yourselves for doing what you do, and everyone involved, everyone for coming and watching us, everyone for turning up and actually racing, and Team Results for sharing their knowledge and giving us a setup that's decent. So yeah.
No, very good, very well said, and always a pleasure to have you in the booth and racing with us, Chris Dixon, everybody.
Good night, everyone. See you next week.
Right, Jay. Is that Mika in the interview room?
Potentially, if he wants to come in, because I don't think he's going to be able to race next week actually, so it might be worth bringing him in.
Yeah, Mika Santalena, do you have a copy?
Yes.
Right,
Yep.
cool. Let me find you on track while Jay gets his pace notes out. Right.
Oh.
Have I found you? Yeah, there you are. Last race was a bit of a hairy moment. Leaving Surtees, got caught up with Chris. He was just in the interview room there. So in the interview, saying that he took responsibility for it, got on your inside, and the rest, as they say, is history. Is that how you saw it?
Yeah, I was watching it right now. I was watching the stream, so yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, to be honest, obviously right after it happened, I was furious because when I was watching at the replay, I was like how just like how because I'm seeing him like not even braking or like trying to avoid because I've heard the car still going full throttle, and yeah, at the beginning I was like a little bit furious about it. So, but yeah, at least he apologized. I mean, uh, yeah, like that's all he can do. And I'm fine. If he apologizes, I'm good with it. If he didn't, yeah, I guess it's how it is. But yeah, it makes it better that he apologized. So yeah,
No, good, good. It's always good when it's resolved on the night and nothing's left, festering in anybody's minds. So you finished 22nd in the first race, I think 20th in the second, and then the last one we'll scratch from history, shall we? Uh, so a strong and consistent performance. Jay, what do you see as being the next moves for Mika in terms of his race development? What as his team boss? What do you want to see him doing?
It's not a real team, Pete. It's a
It's
fake
real.
team.
It's a
but
real team. These are
it's real to me.
These are
God
real
damn it.
feelings.
I think Mika, you've done fantastically during the season. I know there have been some very frustrating parts, but you have proved time and time again with getting podium positions in the AMs that TCR. I mean, look at today. You didn't even own Brands Hatch until a
What?
couple of hours ago. So
yeah,
Wow.
so to learn Brands Hatch and to go through and get through 3 20-minute races, fighting with people who have probably raced this track for years, um, and throughout this season, you've got yourself some great results in AMS. I feel next season, with a little bit of luck on your side as well, there's a new TCR coming out, so there's going to be a lot more people in officials and possibly in this league to race against as well. I think you could have a really good time. Bit of consistency, a bit of calmness, and I believe you can get some fantastic results next season.
yeah. I guess it's time to shine then. Um,
Absolutely.
yeah, I think with every race I'm learning the car more and more and more, and to be nerdy, because because of you saying before I bought it like few hours before. Well, I'm gonna be nerdy now. I did my first lap in the practice session,
What?
so I I didn't know anything at all. I just sent it, and I was surprised that I think I got double podium, right, in first race and then second race in class.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I'm kind of surprised that I did that, but I'm glad, yeah. And yeah, once again, every race I'm learning the car more and more, and I'm just learning the TCRs in general because they do drive different than GT3s. So yeah,
What is with these people, Jay? These aliens that can buy a track, not practice it, and then just not die on the first corner. What is going on? Oh, my whole world's
Skill.
upside down now.
It's skill.
Good grief.
No, it's absolutely brilliant racing from yourself, Mika. If I understand correctly, tonight was your last race of the season, or are you able to make Barcelona next week? I can't remember off the top of my head.
yeah. So the thing is, next week, I'm having a surgery on Tuesday, so the race is like one day after, and I
Yeah.
will have to stay in the hospital for at least 4 days.
Oh, wow.
So I'm gonna have to pass on that. But if I can talk, because my surgery is like my mouth area, if I can talk, I will try to join the VC.
Yeah,
So
cool.
yeah, I'm gonna have to decide that spontaneously.
But yeah, your health and recovery comes first, so don't overdo it and end up injuring yourself further, because I would feel slightly bad if you decided to jump onto BSTV just to talk and ended up like a stitch coming off or something getting worse. But best of luck with the surgery next week. I hope it goes nice and smoothly. And
Thank you.
yes, um, hopefully, if we don't see you next week, we hope to see you next season at some point. Is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to for tonight?
Shout out to RDJ obviously
Yes.
because yeah,
Hmm.
everyone said it already. It's something really hard, and I don't want to feel this as well because I know how this can feel. So yeah, big big shout out and much love going to him and his family.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, fantastic. Thank you very much for that one. Mika, we will let you carry on with the rest of your evening. Thank you so much for joining us in the booth and joining us in Backfire Simsport TV. And thank you for being a fantastic team member as well of the JC Academy. Um, yeah, hopefully we get to see you again the next season. But ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah,
thank you for
for
joining us.
sure.
Mika, Santa, Helena.
Cool. Yeah, we should quantify what everybody's saying. So RDJ got some has had a family loss, very close family loss. His father. For those of you that have been through it or are facing it even now, it's an awful situation, an awful feeling. So all our thoughts go out to it, to his family and to him. Right, Jay. In terms of difficult decisions,
Fraser.
well, at least think about it just for a minute.
Fraser.
A little
15.
bit longer than that.
Fraser.
Right? Really?
6-7. Fraser.
Oh dear. Right. Okay. No, can't convince you a little bit.
Fraser.
I've got £5 right here.
Give me an F. F. Give me an R. Ah.
Right.
No. It's as we saw with the first two races, fantastic battling with both teams actually, with Paul, Jeff, and Chesney as well. Fraser went the extra mile, race number 2, and got what every AM wants to be trying to aim for the feature races and into that top 15 reverse grid. And once he got there, I mean, even you have to admit, Pete, managing to keep the likes of Wobbly and Pete behind you for a couple of laps, getting bonus points and finishing on an overall podium is an amazing display. And so, despite all the messing about with trying to annoy you as much as possible, which it works really well, strangely enough. So we keep doing it. I am going with Fraser for my driver of the day.
It's not like he's like solved world peace or anything.
Fraser.
Is it?
15.
Yeah. Okay.
15th.
Yeah.
Oh, stop.
Renee did a fantastic job in 2 races, and that's remarkable. Jura has had a very strong race week in all 3 races, but annoyingly, even I've got to vote for Left-Handed Scissor Girl, because for all the reasons that you stated a minute ago, it was a great performance, and he showed a lot of cool. And I can't believe I'm clicking the button, but I've given my point now to Left-Handed Scissor Girl. Unreal. An AM class driver on a podium, an overall podium. I don't know how many times that's happened. That might be the second time. I'm trying to think. Might even be the first. I'm not sure. But yeah, shocking. In a apparently good way, according to Jay. So we'll bring this broadcast to a close now, folks. So thanks to all that contributed on the chat. It was a little bit quieter than normal. Not sure why that'd be, but there's still been quite a lot of people watching. It's been 3 really interesting races. They went so quick, and yet I feel so knackered from commentating on them. I couldn't point the camera at enough battles. It was a really good. Brands Hatch always is like this in this particular series. It's a massive magnet for dramas, and we saw quite a few along the way. So, and we saw some great sportsmanship there as well. I mean, points haul wise, Renee, he's already not on track in this one. At this point, is he? Yeah. He had another tough race in that last one, but his first two were spectacularly good. Wobbly mopping up the top position in that last race. It really will do the team championship the world of good. I don't know what it does to the individual ones. We'll see after the race. It's on to Barcelona, historic for next week. Stay safe, everybody. Take care of one another, as Jay always says. Thanks to all the drivers, and obviously thanks to Jay, but not for reminding me so many times about 15th or strong arming me like full Nelson in the booth here to vote for Fraser, because that's what happened, folks. You didn't see it, but that's what happened. I'm going to leave you to let Jay say his goodbyes, and I'll see you all next week. Night, everybody.
Thank you so much, Pete, for kind words there about me performing a full Nelson, because that's quite an athletic maneuver just there. I am, however, not going to thank you for stealing my catchphrase. So now I've got to think of something really quick on the spot, right at the death of this one. But thank you all for joining tonight. If you haven't already, thumbs up the YouTube stream, get subscribed, and with a new TCR on the horizon, if you have a few spare pennies, get buying another one and get used to the beautiful world of front wheel drive. Next week, Barcelona season finale, and still pretty much in all three championships, there's still little bits to play for. If a championship leader makes a mistake, all hell is about to be let loose onto the track. But I will see you there next week. Take care of yourselves, and oh no, wait, Pete already said that, so there we go. Stream ruined. End it. Cut the music. Let's do it.